before we start today, I got to give a big shout out to all the people that support on Patreon. Those are the people who believe in the show enough to kind of financially show and prove.
Patreon's a wonderful thing. I don't subscribe to it because I'm too poor, but I watch a bunch of sailboat shows where they do it.
Yeah,
and they contribute a lot to the people that are doing things.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. I got a bunch of Patreon members. I fucking love it. I still can't get to over the fact that there's people that like this show enough that like that choose to actively fucking sponsor the show, and fucking I love them for it, and they keep the show going and growing. So I can't thank them enough. If you want to get involved, go over to patreon.com/bigtruth. There's 4 different levels of membership, I guess it is, or patronage, and they all come with their own exclusive benefits. And
there's gonna be a 5th now, and it's called Ole, and you just give you shitty toilet paper in the mailbox.
Yeah. I'm gonna be doing a special. One lucky patron will win one of Ole's used colostomy bags. We'll send in a biohazard bag.
I'll bring that shit in person and throw it at your neighbor that you hate. You just gotta point to them. You have enough balls to point at them, I'll throw it. Fuck them.
So everyone that knows, this is like an M4 podcast. We're recording the commercials after the show. We've already recorded the episode. We're hammered on the way with Black Label beer. If you need a motorcycle pot, you need to check out Old Bike Barn, oldbikebarn.com, or on Instagram at Old Bike Barn. They got everything you need for your motorcycle, whether it's a chopper, a stock bike, a fucking cafe racer, a desert sled, whatever you need, they got it there. They also have their own lines of leather goods and like knives and everything under the White Knuckler brand.
Truth likes leather.
Yeah, leather, man. But check them out, oldbikebarn.com or Instagram at oldbikebarn. They especially got the shit you need for your old Japanese bike that no one else got. You know, they have shit for Harleys, everything else too, but they got all the weird shit for old Japanese bikes that I don't got or no one else got, so they got it. If you have issues and you need... you got anxiety or fucking inflammation or other shit, you need to check out Cradle Lake Clear. They are a CBD company, and they make this shit out of the purest stuff out there. Don't go buy some bullshit at the bodega or the corner store. Check out cradlelakeclear.com. If you use the promo code Big Truth at checkout, you get 20% off your order.
Basically, that's like Big Truth's pre-cum. Dude, that's nasty.
Yeah, that's we're working on a special blend right now for that. Dude, if you got a fucking hairy shaft, a hairy crank, if you got a fucking hairy taint, you need some dude love. You got a wily Irish shillelagh, you need to check out Manscaped at manscaped.com. They got a ball razor called the Lawnmower 4.0. It'll clean you the fuck up. You don't want to look like a fucking savage or a fucking hippie or a fucking Sasquatch down there. So check out manscaped.com. Use the promo code Big Truth at checkout. Get 20% off your order.
Big Truth doesn't like hippie ass.
And free shipping. Yeah, shave that shit. Shave the brown.
We're going to have prison sex. Can you at least clean it?
Yeah, you know what? And, your significant other will appreciate that. If you happen to be in the unfortunate situation where you find yourself in a motorcycle accident, you need to check out Law Tigers. They're a motorcycle accident law firm that was founded by riders for riders. Check them out, lawtigers.com. If you go to Facebook and type in Law Tigers plus your state, you'll get in touch with the regional office. So I hope you don't got to use that one, but if you do, you want them on your fucking side. Fucking Omerta, if you're looking for some clothes, omertamia.com. Code of the streets, fucking silence, fucking be smart, don't say dumb shit, fucking don't rat, don't be a fucking shitbag. Check them out, omertamia.com, the most legit streetwear brand there is out there. Also, if you're in the weird and use the promo code Big Truth at Omerta and you get 20% off your order. Now, if you're in the weird fucking shit like fucking serial killer.
You gotta change your name, dude. You can't keep saying, like, say Big Truth and don't talk shit. Don't snitch. Like,
Why?
Because your name's Big Truth. Like, it's like, I came here to speak the big truth.
Yeah, I am. Right? Well, like, what don't snitch. That's the truth. Fucking.
No, man. Good. That is the truth.
Right, yeah. Yeah, but if you're into weird shit like psychedelic drugs, fucking hippie occult killers or fucking anything like that, vans, fucking choppers, you need to check out Heavy at Heavy Clothing. It's my man Zach Toon's company.
You're into weird shit, like watching little boys and priests.
No.
No, not that weird shit. The other weird shit.
Yeah. But yeah, check them out. heavy.bigcartel.com or on Instagram at heavy clothing. Chop
Back in them, we didn't have no little boys naked wearing Vans.
But if you want to see some fucking naked witch, check out Heavy, right? Now, if you want to find out more information about fucking building a bike or fucking motorcycle events or anything like that, you need to check out Chop Cult at chopcult.com. They're on all the social media simply at Chop Cult. Biggest information clearinghouse there is out there for fucking motorcycle related news. And they got a message board online, broken up by topic, easy to navigate. They got an online swap meet where you can buy, sell, trade pods.
So you're saying it's not the ham?
No, it's not the
So
ham.
like you can be a straight male that actually wants to fix something on your vehicle and not have to get on there and be like, oh, I suck 3 wangs a week and I got a 1938 Cavalier.
That's
That's what you're saying? They're that good?
yeah.
All right, awesome.
If you looking for more clothing or records, they got a record label and a fucking mainstay fucking punk rock, hardcore, and metal fucking clothing brand that's been around for well over a decade. PitchforkNY.com. Last but not least, check out Chop Ahead at chopahead.com or come to the shop. Or fucking just give us a call if you need parts, you need service, you need repairs, you need a full custom chopper built, anything you need motorcycle related. Pretty much we handle it, unless you got some weird shit or some shit, or you're an asshole and we don't want to deal with you. I'm just kidding. But yeah, anything from fucking oil change to a full custom chopper.
You said come on down.
Come on down. 13 County Road, East Freetown, 508-995-6764. Yeah, man. And I don't got time to fucking make this fucking crazy website. We're pretty much set up with everybody. So if there's a part and it's not on the website and you need it, give us a call or shoot us an email. You know, whether it's a thunder header or fucking some kind of exhaust or whatever, we got it. You know, we can do it. And last but not least, check out, for more information on the podcast, just check out BigTruthPodcast.com. Every episode's up there and more information about the shows there. Well, without further ado, we're just going to get right into today's episode right now.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have a liftoff.
So weird, but yeah. Once again, we got liftoff. I want to thank you for listening to this episode of Big Truth Podcast, and recording live again at Atomic Inc. on the county here. And I'm with my boy Hardluck Ole, who's
What's up?
What's up, man? He's been a fixture in the Boston hardcore scene, and well, you've been in Providence area for a long time.
Yeah, they
now.
don't like me down here so much.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
Rhode Island's a weird place. Providence, a weird place. Providence ain't the Providence it used to be either.
Ain't.
But
No, it ain't.
either is Boston for that matter. Nowhere is, man.
Nope.
Nowhere. Go to New York, it's like, go to fucking everywhere. It's fucking.
It's all gentrified.
Yeah. And everyone thinks gentrified is a good thing. And it's mixed, right? It's a mixed bag. Like some of it's, it's good, but I feel like every city has lost a lot of its like soul.
Yeah,
like,
they have.
the shit that makes it like fucking cool to go into that city, you know? Fucking
It's fucked up.
yeah. Have you been down to New York in a long time?
No, I haven't been since I left, and it's like it was starting to get gentrified then. I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. I stayed a year or two after 9/11, so nobody could call me a pussy.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Dude, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot different.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
We were the first white people in Biggie's neighborhood.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
much, yeah. Fulton St. James on the A train.
Yeah.
Clinton Washington stop. So and like there was a bar that had jazz players and shit. And like nobody would talk to me for the first year I lived there. You know, what's the honky doing in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Now it's like I hear people crying that, you know, somebody got mugged in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's like you should have been stabbed 8 times, bitch.
It's crazy, yeah. East New York, like fucking Eastbrook, you know, like all the places were like that were like hard. Now it's hard to get into, man. It's hard to afford an apartment there. That's the only thing hard about a lot of the neighborhoods.
I slept through 6 people getting shot in a nightclub across the street from me. I fucking slept right through it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Now it's like That club's not there.
Yeah.
Nothing's there.
No, nothing.
Condos.
Lower East Side, dude, like just super expensive. Like CBGB's is Howard Stern's fucking personal stylist and shit, like fucking crazy shit like that, right? But whatever. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like to have you on, man, because you remember the old times, and for those that don't know, Ole's a hard motherfucker to kill. You've died what, 3 times in the last
4 now.
4 times in the last
4 times
year?
since April.
Since April, the
4th one don't really count. It was just a real short one.
Well, dead's dead, right? Like you.
Yeah, it was only like 30 seconds. So
right.
Yeah.
And the longest one was what?
40 minutes.
Fuck yeah. That's
Nikki Sixx is a pussy. It's a little 6-minute shit.
Yeah. Dude. Like, what's the longest? Do you know? Like, did you look up like what the longest is that someone's been dead and been revived? Because 40 minutes is a long fucking time.
I don't think I was dead the whole 40, but I mean, they were working on me for 40. So I kept coming in and out.
In and out, yeah. All right.
All I know is I woke up a week later tied to a fucking bed.
Yeah.
And the minute they pulled the tubes out, I'm like, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going out for a fucking cigarette. And they're like, sure you are. And started hitting the button, and I went back to bed.
Yeah. Well, you're
Still got the boxing gloves they tied me up with, though.
Well, yeah, we'll get into all that. But yeah, so I mean, you were a door guy, bouncer at the Rat. Like you lived in New York during the end times of New York, like old New York, Providence. Like you got I think it's you, man. Wherever you move.
Yeah,
shit happens, dude, and it gets better, quote unquote better. And
I ran away and joined the Big Apple Circus. I think they went out of business too. So I'm just a bad curse.
That's right. You were a carny for a while, like fucking. You've lived an interesting life, and that's why I want to have you on, man, because it's funny shit, man, and it's outside the norms, dude. Like, you know what I mean? It's and for real, like, you know what I mean? A lot of people talk shit. Like, you've kept it real, and I think still one of my favorite stories is the grudge you had with that dude from when we were out at, what was it, like?
The 9/16 motherfucker.
Yeah. You haven't seen him in a while, have
nope.
you?
To this day, it'll be the same thing. All he had to do was say sorry. He opted for Plan B.
Well, we could tell that probably a little bit, like, but without names or, So allegedly, when was that, man? Because we were, it was like
it was the night of 1,000 Santas. I remember that.
And because I remember I was with you and Jackie, and
he bottled a buddy of mine, Brian.
Yeah.
In the eye.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was going on. I was just trying to like keep the peace. And you remember he was all like, "Oh, thanks, man, thanks," and then started like, "I'll fuck you up, you pussy."
Yeah.
And you're standing behind him like, "No, there's a cop right there." So that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah. But you took so the long story short, without getting into all the details, because it's funny as fuck, is that you took a vow, like, to either apologize or you're gonna just beat his ass every time you see him from then on.
Well, he kicked my wife in the nose.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and then literally every time you saw him,
Kentucky Fried Chicken, aisle 5 at Walgreens. There was a couple spots.
What I think me and Christian were laughing about is, like, as funny as it is that you got him all those times, is that he never apologized, and you got to give him a little bit of respect for that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
he's fucking held on. Well, but yeah, so yeah, there was I don't know. It's just fucking hysterical, man.
Times have changed, you know. You can't do that shit no more. But
yeah, man.
I mean,
yeah. So, dude, like, I don't even know, like, where to fucking start, dude. Like, just from like, what got you involved in, like, even like, because I know. Probably the first time I probably met you is the Rat when you were working there. But, like, what got you involved in, like, the whole punk hardcore?
I was a fucking loser. I didn't fit in. Jesus Christ, yeah. I didn't fit in. And I'll never forget, I was at a keg party. I think I was like 13.
Yeah.
And I heard Gangrene Alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's rock and fucking roll right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and then I think somewhere I heard Fear the Record.
Yeah.
And that was it. I was fucking sold.
Yeah.
But
where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Boston. High Point Village, Beach Street Projects area. But, like, I'd always try to fit in, and I just fucking didn't. And I started going to shows, and like I met my best friends at those shows. People I'm still friends with today.
Yeah, yeah.
You
And this
know?
is like 80s and 90s
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah. No, I get it. Same. Fucking
It's funny too, because the whole world says, "Oh, I was at that show." Now, if you were, those guys would have made money, and none of them were making money back then.
no.
No?
It is weird too. Like, yeah. Oh, I remember that. Oh, do you remember that show? Because I remember that show. I don't.
Yeah, I remember all 75 of us that
Yeah.
were there, not 3,000.
Yeah. There's a couple of sheer terror shows that were classic for that everyone remembers, like the infamous one with the sewage pipe broke and
Oh yeah, the Kitty Litter show.
the kitty litter show, and it's like,
Yep.
or like the one where they played. It was at the Rat when there was a snowstorm and there was literally probably 20 people there. But like there was, if you asked the general population, there was 475 people there. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I never understood that because like, I don't know, like that concept of like, do you really feel like that's going to make you more credible? Like I don't care if you were there or not. Like everyone got into shit at different times. Like there was shit like I wish I got into shit a few years earlier because I remember seeing flyers for shit that I couldn't get to or was too young to go to, and I'm like, I wasn't at those shows. I wish I was. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like it doesn't make me cooler if I was there or not, but whatever.
I feel like today it's the cool kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know? And like this no contact fucking kung fu dancing shit.
Yeah.
Like get in there and fucking bust each other.
Yeah.
Like have a good time, but like no contact. Like
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, it's like you said, man. Like we all when we got into shit, like we weren't seeking it. It just found us. I think. Like everyone I talked to that got into it around the time frames that we got into shit, it was like you heard it and it just clicked. And you're like, I don't know what that is, but I know that.
And then you found
that's
these
for me.
other misfits that didn't fit in, and
Yeah.
you know, all of a sudden you weren't the loser.
Yeah,
Or at least
yeah.
not as big of a loser, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. But it was like we were everyone that was outside of like the mainstream, and we found each other. We had a place. We had our places that were shows or music, our own thing going on, and it was fucking cool, man. It was tight. It was smaller, but it's like you said. Like it seems like through the years, I don't know, like things like Hot Topic or like pop punk and fucking this and that. Internet watered shit down. And whatever, man. Like people get into shit different ways. People get in and they're cool and they understand it. I got no gripe with it, but like it was weird. It was like all of a sudden it was like a fashion show and it was like the cool kids and it was like, this was never that. This was the motherfuckers. The motherfuckers that were fighting and scrapping because they weren't the fucking cool kids.
Yeah.
We learned how to fight.
I remember metalheads kicking my ass.
Yeah.
Fucking metalheads, like Bon Jovi assholes getting out of a car to beat me up and hey faggot.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a mohawk and none of that shit. I had to have a job. You couldn't fucking
Yeah,
just because I was different.
Yeah, exactly, man. Even if you were a skater back then, it wasn't cool. Like,
Now these motherfuckers walk around like it's a purse.
yeah,
They don't skate. They just walk around holding it. It's a
Holding it,
look. Yeah, I don't get it.
but
They'll break an ankle.
yeah. But it's funny. You said the no contact kung fu fucking dancing, but like all I remember to this day, and I want to ask you because I know you were at a lot of these things. Like my recollection of the Rat, like what I remember the Rat was, especially if like Shit Terror or Slapshot played, that whole room was fucking swinging.
Yeah.
Like you could not be in that
fuck,
show,
dude.
right? Like that's my memories, right? Like it was like the whole place was swinging. Kids
Front
were
to
hanging from the
back.
pipes, kicking everyone in the fucking head. Like if you wanted to just watch the show, you had to go in that other room on the side. Like, and there wasn't a big room. You had to stick your head in the doorway to look in. But like that whole place was fucking swinging, like hard too. Like
And I think too, it was the people back then.
it was
you
just
know,
tougher. Yeah, it was a tougher
It
crowd.
was tougher and more excited. Like people weren't there to be fashionable.
No, people were there because they fucking
Wanted to be.
and it was
There was some scary motherfuckers back then. I'm a little guy,
yeah.
but
you always held
you're
your
still
own.
drawn to it. You
Yeah.
know, it was like the danger. The
Yeah.
danger's gone in so much shit, man.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean is like the times were different. Cities were still more gnarly. There was just more gnarly shit going on. And I think a lot of that, I don't know, like I think you can make a legitimate claim that part of that was there was no cell phones and there was no like
Remember zines?
police state, I guess, because there was no cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
So you could get away with a lot more. So a lot more shit was fucking bananas. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because there was no cameras, there's no not as many frivolous lawsuits. It was just wilder. You know what I mean? And I think, I think the biggest thing about things like, to tie this all what we've been talking about, like one of the biggest things that's missing in this world where things have become more gentrified and safe and whatever, which is fine in some ways, but you lose some of the wildness, dude. And that's where we thrived, man, because that's what we lived in. Whether we wanted to or not, you had to sink or swim and be in the fucking wildness, you know?
I'm going to sound so old here.
Yeah.
But like, just get stuck behind a school bus on a morning. They stop at every fucking driveway, and at that, the mother's got the kids sitting in the car.
Yeah.
Even, like, I never took the bus. We had to take the city bus or walk.
Yeah.
But even kids that did take the bus would have to walk to the end of the block.
Yeah,
They might get
and
into a
pooled,
fist fight.
Yeah, you pooled together. There was like 10 kids waiting in one spot.
One kid's going to be a bully. One kid's going to be a victim. And, and none of that happens anymore.
Yeah. And, sooner or later, like the kid that's a victim either fucking lets him drop and becomes no longer the victim or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
or he becomes rich and makes the fucking bully pay for it that way. But like, I don't know what kids are like today,
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Nothing against them. It just, it's like, I don't understand. I can't comprehend
It's
my
a different
parents
world.
being around all the time.
Yeah. You come home and you had a key or you knew how to get in, and
How the fuck are you going to steal a car if your mother's with you?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? How are you going to break a window?
yeah, or like that's part of the whole thing about the wildness and stuff is like, plus when you left, you were unaccounted for until you came home. Like it was whatever, like go out, go do shit. You come back, like, whatever. Like, but like there was no one following you, no one could get to you. Like you could just do shit. Like, you know what I mean? And it was like, all right, like if you had a curfew or whatever, you had to just be back by then or whatever. But like once you left the door, like, as cool as it is to have like cell phones and shit where you can find your friends, it was more like you had to have a rally point. If you weren't at the rally point at that time, you were playing catch up or you were just fucking kicking rocks.
Yeah,
Right? And it was fun, man.
We communicated through zines. Remember those fucking things?
Yeah.
My favorite was still Frank's Depression poetry. It had a picture of him fucking booting heroin in his dick. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yes,
That dude was nuts. I don't know. It was always comedy to me, but it was a good $1.25 to spend.
There was always weird zines too. Like you could get like, there was always like the general punk ones or the hardcore ones and all the spin-off, like the straight edge ones and this and that. But then there'd always be weird ones like that, or there'd be like weird ones about like serial killers and shit. Or and what was that? That dude Jim Goad had one. It was just called like Shit Magnet.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Shit Magnet. Yeah, dude. Like,
The Reverend Rich Mackin, STP.
Yeah.
Remember the books he put out where he's writing to corporate America?
yeah.
Oh
dude.
my God, those are comedy. Those
Yeah.
are fucking gold.
And then there was weird stuff like Church of the Subgenius and shit, like where you get all the fucking bizarre shit. Like, yeah, dude, it was wacky. Even you could go do the whole cycle, like go to Newbury Comics or all the record stores in Boston or Providence, and like, like what was the one in Providence that dude Rich and his girl owned? I can't remember. Fast Forward, not
Was that the one right below Don Shop? Art Freak?
Yeah.
Fuck, what was it?
Oh, I can't remember the name. I used to be there all the time. But he had all like the paintings by John Gacy and stuff you could just buy and shit. Like he had all kinds of fucked up shit in there.
They were
man.
on Steeple Street.
Yeah, man. And then they were right across from him, like for a little while when Art Freak was upstairs, and like they were just fucking right there. Yeah. But yeah, man, it used to be fun, man. Like, and you appreciated shit more, I think, because you had to hunt it down. It wasn't so readily available, and you got psyched for a show, or like, if you found a record, you were stoked, like, because
I miss being scared going to a show.
I know.
Yeah, when you're that age and you see these big boys and they're fucking banging on each other, it was like, oh, what did I get into? I made a mistake, but you stayed, and it was like you overcame it, and it.
Yeah.
You didn't have to be a tough guy. Not everybody was a tough guy.
No.
I certainly ain't. But it's like.
But you say you're not a tough guy, but you've probably been in more fights than
I've also lost more.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like that's what we always learn from as long as you're swinging, it don't matter whether you win or lose.
But it wasn't like this big fucking everyone was a tough guy thing either. Like that they're making this myth out of these days. It was like, no, there was kids from every walk of life.
Yes.
And they found a fucking home.
Yep. Yeah.
Dude,
all I remember, there was one of the shows at the Rat. There was this kid, Big Chris. This was late 80s, early 90s. I think he played football, but, we were still kids. I can't remember the rest of it. But I'm going to, a lot of things we're not going to say full names and this and that. But I just remember to this day, he's like, hey, stay behind me tonight. And I'm like, why? He's like, no, just make sure you're behind me. And I'm like, why? He goes, I figured out how to break collarbones, and I'm going for collarbones tonight. And that dude went in the pit. He goes, I figured out it's only 10 pounds of pressure or 12 pounds of pressure to break a collarbone. I'm getting as many as I can tonight. He went in the pit, and he was just crumbling people. Just fucking crumbling people. I was like, God damn, dude. Like, I'm glad I know you, and I'm behind you, not in front of you. But, yeah, shit was
crazy.
Shit was crazy.
It still is in some spots.
Yeah.
Brockton's keeping it real these days. That's for damn sure, you know.
No, absolutely.
But but it was also, you weren't on camera every single second.
That's what I mean, yeah. Or not everybody in the world had a camera in their pocket and shit popped off.
You go get the tape off the one rich kid that had a camcorder, I guess, right?
Yeah. It was a lot easier to keep things in control. Hey, give me that tape. Yeah. Well, clubs didn't really have that much video stuff. And
the clubs didn't pay the help shit, so the help was part of the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, where's Ole? In the mob closet getting his dick sucked again. That was my office at the Rat, for fuck's sake. You give me all these college girls, and I've been a loser my whole life? Yeah, fucking bring it. Oh, there's a brawl going on? Whatever, I'm busy.
Yeah.
You know?
You went to a lot of shit. What was one of the most standout shows, or some of the funnest shit, or funnest shows or something in the old days of being at the Rat?
I always liked when the business played.
Yeah,
it was just fun.
Yeah.
And even people that didn't like them were hanging out because it was the weekend.
Yeah. And
everybody was just always in a good mood. It was not just the show. It was inside the show, outside the show. Same thing with the Bruises.
Yeah.
AF had come to town. It was always good.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of shows where they shit started getting stupid too, and but that's what made it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
said the danger was part of it. Even old New York shows, just getting to the show sometimes was
taking the bus out to CB's.
Yeah.
When 42nd Street was 42nd Street.
Yeah, but then getting through, a couple of the other neighborhoods or whatever, it's you had to make sure you got it in the right spot. They
had all the flop houses down on the Bowery. Yeah, man. Yeah.
The funniest thing is the hotels and stuff. Now they're fancy, and it was just that place used to be able to count the needles in the ceiling. What I mean? Some of these places, and now it's but
it's so weird how everything changes, and I guess it's got to.
Yeah.
And it just says, oh, I'm old and I'm getting grumpy.
Yeah.
But
no,
I never thought I'd see the day that some of the shit that I was into would be for the cool kids. I distinctly remember getting called a devil worshiper for having tattoos.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers are on Facebook with full sleeves now. You waited till it was socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're going to post a meme, a doctor could have fucking tattoos.
Yeah.
Go fuck your mother.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, well, it's not only that, but it's and we've talked about this on the show on this before, but it used to be, remember when a neck tattoo meant something? You were like, fuck, dude, that dude's fucking bananas.
It brought me so much trouble.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I never had a problem finding a seat on the subway.
Yeah.
But guys don't start fights unless they think they're going to win.
Yeah.
And I had a neck tattoo. So they weren't beating up the little kid. It was, I'm beating up the guy with the neck tattoo because nobody had him back then, right?
Yeah.
So I paid dearly for mine.
Yeah. It was
Ski did my first one.
Did he?
Yep. When he was working over at Art Freak.
Yeah.
Got it on this side of my neck too, so it wouldn't be the first thing the cops saw if they pulled me over.
Well, that's the thing. You had to think about that shit.
Yeah.
Now kids are getting fucking thrown.
Weed's legal. Remember that shit might as well have been heroin?
Yeah.
If you got caught with it when you were a teenager, what the fuck?
It's fucking crazy, man. And then, I like this. I like talking about this shit. It's not trying to be oh, fucking when my day. It's just more so people. It's cool to keep this shit in the conscience of people. You know what I mean? Some people, there's probably people listening that went through similar shit, haven't thought about it for a long time, or some kid just got into shit. It's cool for them to know that, shit used to be a lot more gnarly or more, to me, it was just more substantive and real back then because it had to be there wasn't you didn't, like you said, you didn't have to be a tough guy. There was people from all walks of life, but like
You had to be real.
you had to be real or you didn't stick around too long. You know what I mean? Like it was like you had to be cool and fucking real, like fucking and really be into it and have thick skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you did.
Especially if you were a band playing Boston back then and you weren't from Boston. Mark Bourgeois just kept yelling Freebird at you like every song, fucking or whatever.
Getting flashbacks.
Yeah. Fucking, yeah, shit was fucking.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Everything's changed, so, the whole world's changed. And I'm along for the ride as long as I can stay here.
Yeah, man.
But I'm going to bitch about it sometimes,
Absolutely, dude. Yeah.
Like, I don't like a lot of what I see going on. Everyone's a social justice warrior.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not free thought. You're being told what to fucking think. Cut it out.
Exactly.
And you're not smart because you read a meme.
Yeah.
I post memes all the time. They're just horrible and horrible taste because I realize what Facebook is.
Yeah. But it's yeah. If you've never listened to a Gigi Allen 7-inch, you probably will not like many of Ole's memes.
And I hated him.
Oh yeah, at the time I hated him too. I walked into a Gigi Allen show in Boston once. And I was like, fuck this, man. He was like kicking a shit around or something. I was like, I don't need to. I'm all right with that. Oh, okay. So it's that time. Ole brought 2 6-packs of Black Label, Carling Black Label, and what's it say? Over a century of international brewing.
Well, I knew you'd be bringing up the old days. So.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna open one of these. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And it's like my cousin's kid is in a little punk rock band down in North Carolina. I shouldn't say it like that. That's belittling.
Yeah.
They put a lot of hard fucking work in, and they got to open for Fang.
Yeah.
But for me, that means nothing. They got to open for Opie and nothing but fucking enemies, and Opie was right there in the crowd watching these kids. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's about. Opie's the real fucking deal. You know?
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I told you.
That first sip, dude. It's so like sour, like
Sandpaper across your balls, bad.
but good at the same time. Yeah.
But yeah, and now everybody's so full of themselves and Jesus Christ. I want to watch what I say here because I don't want to be too insulting, but some dumb cunt was offended by the DRI logo a couple years ago. She thought it looked like a SWAT sticker.
Yeah.
Somebody kick her square in the fucking cunt and send her home.
The best is I want to be careful about what I say. Some dumb cunt.
But literally,
I get it.
Literally. You don't even know who they are.
It gets to the point of absurdity. A lot of shit like the PC train. And, I think for people, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if you have to make a point to go out of your way to tout politically correctness, I feel like you're compensating for something. Yeah. You're overcompensating a little bit, or you got really not much going on because, like, we grew up with a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds, and no one gave a fuck about that. Like, you know what I mean?
If you live on a cul-de-sac with a bunch of other white people, maybe you shouldn't be talking to me about white privilege. Maybe my friends of color should tell me about it. Then I'll listen.
Yeah. But just all that fucking craziness, man. I'm so sick of like bullshit agendas being forced, and it's like, all right, you're bringing quote unquote tolerance to a point of fascism. It makes no sense to me at a certain point. I'm like, you're just as fascist as the quote unquote people you're against. Like, it's a wacky world right now, man. Like,
yeah, it is.
There's a lot of
there's no real Nazis and there's no real fucking fascists and there's nothing anymore. It's all like cosplay queers that fucking beat on each other online. I don't know. Nothing against gay people. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just old and we say that word.
Yeah.
In fact, I think half the gay people are fucking sick of it.
Oh,
like, why can't I eat at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. Allegedly, everyone that works at Chick-fil-A is very nice and accommodating as well. I just can't go on Sunday because they're
they close. And look, I'm not. You want to talk God? Fuck that.
Yeah.
But they got a right to do what they do. They make a damn good product, and you know what? I see people of every walk of life in line.
Yeah.
But I only hear suburban white people yelling about how bad they are.
Yeah. Well, that's like, I feel like those are people that are trying to make up for something, or they're they're suppressing some kind of weird guilt or some bullshit. Like, but I got no guilt about white privilege because I never had none, and I know you didn't. You know what I mean? Like, it was like,
and I've seen real racism too. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like I've seen real racism.
yeah.
I've seen my friends go through it.
Yeah.
So
You've been in neighborhoods where it fucking prevailed. Like, there's no sugarcoating around. Like, old Boston was fucking Southeast.
it was
wherever.
racist, but it was in two different ways. People only want to talk about one way.
No, it was
Try
every
being a
way,
white
yeah.
kid in Roxbury back
Oh,
then.
yeah,
You're going to
yeah,
get
yeah.
shot. Simple as that. I mean, and that's any city back then.
Yeah.
Probably today, to this day, still in a lot of cities.
Yeah.
But
Depending on the part, yeah.
the media grabs a hold of one thing.
Yeah. There's definitely agendas afoot that are getting pushed, and like common sense and like being able to laugh about shit. Like, to me, that's always what transcended it. Like, you get together all your friends of whatever background, and everyone's busting each other's balls.
Yeah.
And then
What's the use of getting up in the day if you can't bust somebody's fucking balls?
probably saying the most racist shit to each other, but laughing because it's all just fucking jokes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and no one gives a fuck. And it's like, you could get away with that joke because you know your friend of that color isn't racist towards you, or he knows
everyone's
you're not
friends.
being racist towards them. We're just being fucking jerk offs, like fucking.
Oh, everything's gotten taken too far, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I certainly like, I'm mouthy and always joking. I'm sure I've offended somebody, but I never set out to.
Yeah.
Like, not on that level.
Yeah.
If I got something to say and I don't like you, I'll say it.
Yeah.
But like, I've never wanted to offend anybody. I want to include people.
Yeah.
So it's like to sit there and tell me, like, oh, because I said this, I'm an asshole. You don't know my track record, motherfucker. There's much bigger reasons. I shit in a broad's purse and got a newspaper right up on it in New York. So call me an asshole for that, where I deserve it.
Yeah.
Because you don't.
Well, I
good
don't-
people don't shit in women's pocketbooks.
But was it for good reason?
No.
Oh, well, it's still
St.
funny.
Patty's Day weekend in New York. You know,
It's still funny as fuck. That is,
New York Free Press article.
really? I didn't know about that one. I know about a lot of. I know a
Alan
lot of.
Cabal, Gremlins. It was like a week before 9/11. Remember them big stupid purses in the late 90s?
Yes.
I emptied it out. I went, filled it back up, and I was like, oh, I got called into work. You got to get on the train.
Well, that's probably not the worst place you shit. I know you told me some other gems through the fucking years.
I forget some of them.
I know when you were a trucker, when you were a road long distance trucker, you used to like to shit in the washing machine.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was back in the rat days. Kid Jack that worked there was going to Northeastern. We're drinking in the laundry room. That's where that one started. I'm like, I thought it'd be funny. I shit in the washing machine. Well, in the dryer.
Well,
My
that's
buddy
worse.
Bob G outdid me. He pumped 8 more quarters in it and made sure it was on high. Yeah, we're assholes, you know?
Yeah.
But we laughed.
Yeah, fuck it. So yeah, no, but going back to what we were talking about, I agree, man. I remember some business shows. Business shows are always a good time, man.
They were just fun.
They were just fun. It was just people just fucking
You know?
holding beers up and fucking drinking and singing along and shit.
If two idiots got into a fight, they were the two that, like, were trying to fit in. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to be a tough skinhead.
Yeah.
No, you're dressing up. Cut it out. Go back home.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's funny, though. Like, you're talking about the old days in Boston and New York. When I first moved to New York, here's an old one for you. I ended up at Kenny's Castaway with a bunch of guys I was working with. And this metalhead dude staring at me. And I'm getting uncomfortable. I'm like, fucking, you know.
Here we go. Yeah.
Here we go. So I'm not backing down. And finally he figured out that I'm getting mad. And he goes, you don't remember me, do you, Ole? I'm like, no. It was Bobby Hamill from fucking Biohazard. And he goes, I remember the day Castle Neck Mike murdered his girl and you came down to the Rat and were hanging with us. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, like, I mean, that's a fucking long time ago. And Bobby's the nicest guy in the world. He was just trying to remember my name, and
Yeah.
I didn't make the connection.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it was fucked up, right? Yeah, small world back then.
And that's one of the dudes I was thinking of when I said, you know, back in the day when you had a neck tattoo, it meant something.
Yeah.
Castle neck, man, that dude,
He was nuts.
he was fucking nuts. But there's another dude, that dude Justin had the big demon, and took he wanted to take it off before there was laser tattoo removal options, and I think it was his father and his brother held him down and just took a fucking belt sander to his neck or some shit, just fucking crazy shit like that, man.
Yeah.
Which is it's a lot easier. Just give me a call if you need the tattoo removed. I'll get it off with the laser.
We can do it.
We won't. And if you want the sandpaper, we can do the sandpaper. Whatever, however you want. Like sandpaper's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I can't feel good though.
No.
But yeah, man, like back then. So this guy in this band that's fucking famous just happened to remember me.
Yeah.
Because it was such a smaller thing. It wasn't that
thing.
I'm special. It said he's actually a more special human, I think, because he fucking could have been full of ego and he wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's what made a lot of it, man. When somebody said they liked you back then, they meant it.
Yeah, man.
You know?
And I feel like friendship was tested a lot more back then. Not because of not like me testing you, but because situations came up where like shit came up where it was like fight or flight, you know what I mean? And like you stood and fought with your friends, like that showed something, and the people that bounced out, like, well, that showed that, you know what I mean? And,
yeah, man, it's true, you know, and everybody made a mistake at a point in their life and had to overcome it. But you found out who your friends were real quick when you were down and out, and it was real easy to be down and out back then.
Yeah, well, that too.
You know, your parents could kick you out when you're 15. You think DSS gave a fuck? No. They didn't give a shit.
Now you see a fucking...
Now kids are calling on their fucking parents.
Yeah. I remember, and that's when I realized the world was so different. Like my father telling me about my younger brother, like threatening to call DSS on him. I'm like, I would have never thought of that. And I would have been so afraid of the ramifications of like the beating I would get from that.
The beatings I took, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you know... And I remember going to family court, and the judge knew we were lying, but they're like, whatever, that's just the way it is. You're not dead, so it's either that or you go to a worse place. Go back to the shitty neighborhood and live with your shitty parents, because that's the way the world is. Yeah. And now it's like a parent can do everything right, and the kid can just call because they didn't get a fucking Nintendo toy or something.
Bullshit, yeah. It's fucking crazy.
My dad did fuck me up for nothing. Yeah. Imagine if I did that.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like some things are better, but some things are not. You know what I mean? But I feel like the things even the things that are better. So you can get fucking tacos down near the beach, right? Yeah.
They're $8 fucking honky tacos. Yeah, they're not real.
Yeah.
Like they're overpriced, jacked up. Like, is it really better? People can't afford to live.
But I mean, what I mean is like, you know, kids seem to be growing up in a
positive environment.
But so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know. Because I'm gonna say the shit that sucked also gave character to us. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because we got through more shit.
You had to figure out who you were. Not every kid got on the team.
No,
not getting a participation trophy.
Yeah. And you learn to deal with upsets and fucking losses, like, because you didn't win every fight. You didn't fucking win like every
uphill both game. Ways in the snow. We sound so fucking old right now, but it's true, man.
But that shit builds character. Like, you got fucked up at a show, like whether it was intentional or not. You could have just been the dude at the bottom of the pig pile when there were still pig piles, and you couldn't breathe for fucking 3 minutes. You know what I mean? But that made you stronger in the end.
At the wetlands out in New York.
Yeah.
Two dudes just start fucking with me in the pit. My boy Shabo's out there, blood for blood show.
Yeah.
I ain't letting Ole get fucked up. Takes his glasses off. And if you remember Shabo, he had big Coke bottle glasses. Yeah. That blind motherfucker was bicycle kicking. It was me he was hitting, not them. Yeah. Some days you just couldn't win, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like I see video of bands today, and these kids know all the moves and they know how to dress. Big fucking deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I firmly believe as long as there's a pissed off teenager with the guitar, there'll be rock and roll in some form. But this whole like, I'm going to do these dance moves in a safe way.
Yeah.
Defeats everything, man.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, no, I get it. This Black Label's coming back up.
Oh, yeah?
It gets better, though.
Well, that's what happens for drinking Gatorade or vitamin water first.
Yeah, well, you know, Got to hydrate first. No, just kidding. But this 3/4 through the can, it's getting way better.
Second one's always better.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had to get him just to be a dick.
Oh yeah, no, it's fucking awesome.
Old rat brew.
Yeah, exactly, man. The best man is Mr. Oh shit, I just blanked out on his name. From the Rat, the dude, the one big caked dreadlock.
Butchie.
Mr. Butch, yeah. Mr. Butch, man.
Who the fuck gave him a scooter? They should be castrated and hung.
Yeah.
Drawn and quartered. What the fuck were they thinking?
I know.
The new vagina lap is on the back of his jacket. That guy was a mess.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
I know, man. But it was cool, man, because like club owners were characters back then and they were always around. Like it wasn't like corporate shit. Like when you brought up like, I'm not a New York guy. Like I have a lot of friends in New York. I go to New York, but like you lived there. I never did. But you used to go to Times Square and it was a fucking adventure, man. It was fucking crazy. And it was just like, it'd be like, shitty liquor store, shitty bar, shitty electronics store, peep show, porn theater, and then all those things just cycled again and again and again
First time
blocks.
First time Jackie was ever in Times Square.
It wasn't
We're
Planet
all
Hollywood.
fucked up.
Yeah.
I forget what we took. Mushrooms, I think ecstasy or some shit, right? And I can't handle mushrooms. I puke them back up just because they taste like horse shit.
Yeah.
And we're all fucked up. And there was some straight up pimp on pimp violence. There was a young pimp with the gold and the fucking the flash gear for the day.
Yeah.
Then there was the real pimp who was dressed up and had the cane. And Jack, you'll back me on this. So we're all fucked up. And I'm like, they're arguing and the hook is right there. And Jackie's like, gonna go. I'm like, no, fuck this. Pimp on pimp violence. We're watching this.
Yeah.
Like, I got right up on it and was watching it. And the old pimp's like, you see the scar on my face? There's a reason I got it. Now walk. And the young dude was like, yeah, you work for him now. And I'm like, I'm watching it like it was a fucking TV show. I'm so fucked up. They didn't even notice me.
Yeah.
You know, it was wild up there back then.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, and even in Boston, we had the combat zone and all that shit. Like, it was a little similar,
Oh, yeah.
Just a lot of shenanigans.
I mean, New York was
funniness.
bigger.
Yeah, it was just bigger, yeah.
I think that's why they're so world famous. The amount of crazy just per capita.
Yeah.
Yeah, in New York, you can't shit talk it. You just can't. But Boston was no fucking joke back then. The murder rate was up around 250.
Yeah.
Stolen car and bank robberies.
Yeah.
The armored truck robbing capital of the world.
Yeah, Boston loved some bank robbing fucking motherfucking. Yeah. It was good.
And club owners like Jim Harold, like, yeah, you can say anything bad about him. Jim kept the place open.
Yeah.
Jim kept it going. Fucking, dude, me and Bobby G, I think it was an August Spy show. Some dudes, they fucking hammered a girl, not even in the show, upstairs at the bar. Like two guys in fucking suits.
Yeah.
And me and Bob were like, what the fuck? And we're trying to throw them out. So we get in a fucking fight with them. All of a sudden, the fucking detective badge falls out.
Yeah.
Fucking, we were brawling with homicide detectives.
Yeah.
And they were fucking beating a teenage girl. Like that's the way the world was back then.
It was just different, man. It was so different. It was just gnarlier, dude. It was just wild. It was just more wild. Like the world's just way more tame now. That's all. Like, and the things that people think are wild really ain't that fucking wild.
It's unacceptable to hit somebody, but it's completely acceptable to sit there and yell the most insulting shit at another human and then go, you can't hit me.
Yeah.
I don't get that because the reason I learned to shut my mouth was because I opened it and I got smacked.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, you learned for every action there's a reaction. And
Yeah, there is. I was a mouthy little fuck till I got it handed to me. You know?
Well, you're still a mouthy little fuck.
But now I know what's coming. I'll at least get one shot in.
Yeah. But at least you're a more eloquent, refined, and funny mouthy motherfucker, right? No. I mean, dude, I don't know. Like, fucking... Dude, you got to tell me about, like, how you ended up working the circus and fucking... in the carny life, dude. And there's got to be some fucking...
Oh, there's stories, yeah.
Some fun shit there, man. Or not fun, but
the
some
Rat
crazy
closed.
shit. Yeah.
I went over to the Middle East and the Cambridge port. In the Middle East, man, I love Joseph and Nabil.
Yeah.
I wish them all the success in the world. And what that girl did about Joseph was pure bullshit.
Yep.
But But Joseph believed that I should get a black eye and not swing back. And I'm a little guy. So, all right, again, the whole concept.
That's setting dangerous precedent.
But, well, because he owned the place. And you know what? He's gotten punched and not hit back. Well, I'm getting $7 an hour and one shift beer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I didn't last over there. Yeah. And, we went through a few insurance policies. We had a couple incidents, which whatever. Hard to believe, even at a Boston show, there was violence back then, you know?
Dude, Cambridgeport, dude, like you couldn't walk by that place without getting in a fight half the time. Cambridgeport was fucking wild, dude.
That place was great. Best jukebox in the world.
Yeah.
But I was drunk and I saw an ad in the paper and it said, sick of your life. That's me. Yeah. Run away and join the circus. I said, I remember seeing them commercials. I was too poor. I never got to go. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So I kept drinking. I went in drunk at 8 a.m. with my hair greased up. Fucking shitty tattooed little Boston kid. And yeah, I had a job. So for 3 years.
Give a fuck, right?
And I got fired because they hired a management dude that was trying to fucking hit on my wife. And I ended up throwing a padlock at his head in front of a fucking midway full of kids, like 200 little kids. Fuck him. I wish I hit him.
But if you didn't do it in front of the kids, you probably would have been able to keep the job, right?
No, he was such an ass kiss. I mean, there was some other problems too. Like on my 25th birthday, we're in Florence, South Carolina, and they had a 5-legged cow, dude. And I'm from Boston. Like, this is some fucked up shit for me, right? Yeah. And there was a golf cart, so we stole it. And we drove it up the highway.
Yeah.
Then I drove it into the store, down the aisle, loaded it up with beer, drove it to the counter. Yeah. Then on the way back, it caught fire. So there's a bunch of reasons I got fired. But yeah, I got fired from a circus. You know you suck at life when the circus fires you.
What was some of the fucking craziest shit, like being...
Dude, the craziest shit.
Being like on that carny life.
You know what? Well, first of all, we weren't carnies. We were roustabouts. Big difference. Yeah. But I got to say the craziest thing would be a letdown for anybody listening.
Yeah.
I worked with the best fucking people. It didn't matter if somebody had 20 years of experience and you came in with no experience. If you said something, they'd listen to you. And if you had a good idea, they'd implement it.
Yeah.
It was the most proactive, positive fucking environment until corporate people fucked it up.
Oh, that
I'd ever been in my life. Yeah. And for once in my life, like, you know, like I'm a small guy, so I go do the monkey work. I go high up in the air while a bigger guy can lift heavy as shit. But like, just you're valued.
Yeah.
And I mean, it wasn't always easy. And there's a million fucking stories. We could do a whole nother show on that. I'd have to remember them.
Yeah.
I also don't want to get other people in trouble.
Yeah.
You know.
You can always say things without saying names. You don't need names.
But yeah, there was some, you know, I drove around downtown Chicago naked on a motorcycle.
Yeah,
Fuck it. Jerry Lee Lewis did it. I can too. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, couple of bad things, like the ants got in the cotton candy machine and I said it was strawberry seeds. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Just the usual stuff.
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's strawberry seeds. Yeah. So you're like, this isn't even strawberry cotton candy. Nah, this one is.
Blue strawberry.
Blue strawberry.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Well, I stand educated and corrected on the difference between carny and roustabout.
We all sucked.
No, I know. No, because you know I don't want to call anyone circus folk. Roust. I know it's roustabout.
But like, yeah, man, we ended up in Atlanta, where they filmed Cannonball Run, the same park, the something amphitheater, and they had like Smokey and the Bandit pitches, Cannonball Run pitches, but it was a ghetto, and I'll never forget this. This bitch had this fucking J5 fro. She said, yo, white boys want a date? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. She goes, ah, fuck. And she reached in her afro and she pulled a Newport and a crack pipe out of her fucking hair. And I'm like, they don't do that up north.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like, yeah, you know, I got to travel with that. That was the biggest thing. I took a shit on the doorstep of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, screaming something about that's punk rock, fuck you.
Yeah.
Black Label that night.
Yeah.
Married a stripper in Cleveland. Fake wedding.
Yeah. So
yeah, none.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
Just life.
Life, man. But that's cool though to like when you like get involved in something like that, like you said, and like you're the new kid or the new person, but if you have an idea, it
was life-changing.
and if it was good, it was implemented. So that must have been like instant
love. It was worth the misery because, and there was a core group of people that felt that way.
Yeah.
And you always had the one person or whatever that wasn't, but for the majority of people were like, yeah, if you can do it, do it. If you got something to say, speak up. Best idea wins. It was like a pirate ship, like a true pirate ship, and it was awesome. But it was also like yeah, and is that like, was that the norm for like that type of circus environment? I don't know.
Or like were other ones like yeah?
See, I don't know.
You didn't go to other ones, right?
No.
You just stayed with that one.
Big Apple Circus was like the first one-ring circus in this country, and Cirque du Soleil got their idea off of them, but they also got funded from their country and the Quebecois.
Yeah.
And I worked for one of their offshoots. I lasted like 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Pay me in loonies and toonies. But they were really, like, it was hard fucking work. I think the longest, I held the record for a couple of years. I did 42 hours straight nonstop work.
Yeah.
You know, and that was like no drugs.
Yeah.
That was like work. You know, and it was, fuck, man. The smallest we could fit on was 4.5 acres. Had our own power, our own water. Like, the electricians would pull over 5 miles of fucking feeder cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't an easy gig. It wasn't, but it was fun. I got to threaten Newman from the Seinfeld show after working at Lincoln Center. Got to tell De Niro he's a cunt.
Yeah.
All sorts of good shit came from
What
that.
happened? What happened with that?
Oh, he's a little fucking cunt. He wants to come backstage, wants to come where we live, but we're not supposed to look at him and acknowledge him. Fuck you.
Oh, so he's just an observer.
He's getting the tour, but we're not supposed to acknowledge. Fuck you.
Yeah, I never understood that the people that have a certain standing in the world, whether it's music or acting or whatever, so with some level of fame or celebrity that like you can't look them in the eye. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to look that motherfucker
That's exactly
right
what the fuck I did.
Don't tell me I can't look someone in the eye because I look everybody in the eye. I look everybody, and it's a sign of respect. You know what I mean? And it's also sizing up a situation. You know what I mean?
Like, why would you even go into somebody's place where they live and say that?
Yeah.
Like, what would make you think that you're such above the board fucking individual?
Yeah.
That you can say these people live here after they work 18-hour days.
Yeah, leave them alone, motherfucker.
I'm going to go there and they can't look at me.
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you, but I met a lot of cool people too, like John Cougar Mellencamp's the shit.
Yeah.
I fucking slid in on him down from the spotlight. And I'm like, yo. And he was nice and fucking, signing coffee up to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of douchebags.
Yeah.
And we'd be in Lincoln Center for 3 months out of the year, right in front of the Met Opera.
Yeah.
Right next to it, Damrosch Park. So I lived in that fucking zip code.
Yeah.
For like 3-4 months out of the year.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy Wes Hansen. Wes Hansen's got a few stories. Up in fucking Burlington, Vermont, I fucking was talking to a cop directing traffic while pissing in his cruiser. Wes was there for that one. But Newman came into a bar after we worked all day up on like 50, I want to say 56th Street. It's an old Irish bar. It's probably ain't even there no more. They had a fireplace.
Yeah.
And we were fucking power washing in January with not the right gear. So we were frozen. The bartender's like, take your fucking shoes off, throw them near the fire. And we're eating. And Newman came. He's like, do you know who I am? And I'm like, some fat queer that's going to get punched. I had no clue. I didn't watch Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't go over well.
No. Like... That is also the other worst thing anybody in the world can say. Do you know who I am? Be like, no, sir. The correct question is, do I care who you are? No,
I don't care. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
And again, like, you know,
if you've said that sentence and really meant it, like, do you know who I am?
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're a fucking shithead.
Simple as that. You know who was famous for that? Mark Sandman, morphine. I danced when that cocksucker died, and I don't care how much people hate me for that. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him trying to close the Middle East. Hey man, look, you've been sitting here socialized for hours. You got to get going. Well, maybe if you unload my gear, we'll leave.
Yeah.
That's how you get choked the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know,
especially when you're on some rock star shit when
You're not even that fucking
when you're
rock
not,
star.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're playing clubs like to like for 300-400 people. That's not rock star shit. Like relax, like you know what I mean.
You heard what I did to Bono, right?
No, I think so, but I don't remember.
I dick whipped him.
Yeah, why don't you recant the story for the listeners?
Him and Peter Wolf from Jay Giles walked into fucking Foley's on Kingston Street one night.
Yeah,
Bobby G was there, at least 200 other fucking people, and like. Remember when Bono was like part of the fucking UN for a minute?
Yeah.
He's going to make a big speech.
Yeah.
Like, I give a fuck about your politics, your shitty music. Fuck you. Right? It's fucking midnight.
Yeah.
And he takes one sip of his pint of fucking Guinness and goes to walk out the door. I'm like, no, I just took my dick out and I cracked him right in this. I didn't even realize all the security he had.
Yeah.
And it was like, he was UN at that time.
Yeah.
So they were all on me, but I was with some boys who were in Play Club and... You know, I dick whipped them. I was like, get the fuck back up there and drink your shit. I don't know how you do it in Ireland, but in Boston, you don't leave that.
Yeah,
and I hate Peter Wolf. He's another one.
Oh, dude, I used to go to Gold's Gym on Lansdowne Street, behind Fenway. That was the gym I used to go to. He used to come in.
I used to go to the bowling alley over there.
Yeah, Ryan Family Amusements. Yeah. I used to go over there to lift, and he would come in. And he would wear like white tuxedo gloves because he didn't want to touch anything. And he'd have a personal trainer and he would be in his own thing. And, like.
He makes me look muscular.
Yeah.
And I'm a scrawny little fuck, you know?
Dude, like he couldn't even like lift the bar. And I don't care about that. The fact though is
if
that
he lost another 2 pounds, he could hang glide on a fucking Dorito.
Yeah. But the fact that he was wearing like, it wasn't even like he was wearing gym gloves. He was literally wearing like white tuxedo gloves. Because he didn't want to touch anything or have anything come in contact with his skin or whatever. And it's like, why are you in a public gym then, dude? Like, you go somewhere else. Like, don't you must have money. Like, fucking have your own private one. But
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
And like Jay Giles, they actually had some great fucking music.
Yeah.
And it's like you meet him and it's just like, man, why? Why'd you have to ruin it?
Yeah. And it's weird, man, because, like, on the other end, there's some people that are involved in a certain level of music that are the coolest motherfuckers ever. Like the drummer for the Cars, dude. Raddest dude ever, man. He hangs out. He's always like, I want to come by your shop.
Rick Ocasek used to fucking go shopping at Star Market back in the day at 3 a.m. and see a shoplifter and run cover for us because he probably had to do it himself at one fucking point.
Yeah. He also fucking produced Bad Brain Records,
And Ben Orr, he died. He was such a talented musician, he'll never get any fucking credit. I think he played 16 different instruments, one of the members of the Cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a nerd for music, man.
Yeah,
it doesn't all have to be one type.
No, of course. Know? Yeah, no, of course, man. Anyone that loves music doesn't just love.
Yeah,
you got your things, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I mean, I love all kinds of shit. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's fucking weird, man. Like, it's wicked easy to just be fucking cool and get through life. Like, you know what I mean?
The internet makes it so much easier. You can just type in what I want to be.
Yeah, it's true. And you can go to, and you can order it.
And then you can order it from fucking Hot Topic.
Yeah, or wherever. Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying it like a badge, like I'm better than anyone.
No.
I actually feel bad because these kids are getting gypped.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They're getting gypped of the real experience. They should have 100%. Their own stuff. They should be writing zines.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Your mother can get on your fucking browser history. She can't get in the fucking zines at the stores. Go back to that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, it still does exist. I'm watching, I don't even know what you call them. I've never even met them. With Orphan Riot's their name. And they're kids, but they're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
And like they're putting on shows, $5 all ages. Somebody broke a window at one of the shows at a venue that they love playing, so they raised the money to get the glass replaced.
Yeah.
Like the shit's still going on.
I know.
It's just it's all the internet warriors that are ruining it.
Yeah. That's what I was saying during all this shit, man. Like, especially when everything was shut down. I was like, I hope somewhere there's some fucking 16-year-old kids putting on some basement shows that I don't know about because I'm too old for it. You know what I mean? Like, and, keeping real shit going. You know what I mean? Like, because.
Last basement show I was at was Cheech, and I don't think it was Bulldog Courage. Shane had another band. Shane passed away. Albany. Yeah. I swang into that motherfucker bare ass naked, swinging my dick flopping around. It was like 2 a.m, a little drunk.
Yeah. I mean,
they should. I want to be the old man and not know what the kids are up to. The kids should be doing something.
Absolutely, man.
But they should be making full contact when they do it, little kung fu style motherfuckers. I know all your dance moves.
Yeah. This ain't Dance Dance Revolution, dude. This is fucking...
It ain't dangerous. It's got to get back to being dangerous, man.
Well,
everything needs to be.
Well, I think fucking the world ain't going to sustain like it is now. I think we're going back into hard times. Like in the next year or two, I think we're going to be seeing some fucking bullshit, man. And I think we're going to be getting back to some hard times. And guess what? That's going to create hard fucking motherfuckers.
Good.
And then those hard motherfuckers will make shit better. And then it's a cycle that just happens again and again.
And it's so weird too. Like, you know.
This is already giving me heartburn.
Oh, yeah, I know. Me too.
It's too in
horrible. Yeah. Have some of that. That'll help.
Oh, yeah. All right. The doctor.
But one thing that really bugs me, and nobody ever wants to talk about when they're wrong. I've been so wrong in my point of view in life.
Of course.
And then you start, you know, you end up on the other side and you see it a little different. And one thing that really upsets me is, and I used to be a little bit guilty of this. You know, oh, it ain't my fault you're working at McDonald's when you're 40. You know what? There's no other fucking job for them. There's no factory for them to go to.
It's true.
There's nothing. We are a consumer industry that doesn't build anything. And if you're willing to work 40 hours a week, at least when I was in my 20s, you might live in a bad neighborhood. You might occasionally have to pull the extension cord down 4 stories that you stole from a construction site to plug into the laundry room to have music and lights for the night.
Yeah.
But you paid your rent.
Yeah.
You can't even pay your rent now. So Boston's so fucking whored out.
Like,
and
I mean, especially
one
in the
more
city.
fucking Boston movie, please, about, we're the working class.
There's no more.
Fuck off with that. You ain't been there for 30 fucking years.
A 1-bedroom is $2,500 in Boston. Like
that's a closet. That's a walk-in closet.
You ain't working class being able to afford that shit for sure. You know what I mean? Like fucking crazy. I would like have a family anyway, you know, and be able to live in a...
I got friends in their 40s that have good fucking careers that need roommates.
Yeah, it's sad, man.
At 40 years old, you should be walking naked by yourself in your living room, throwing your balls on the air conditioner when it's fucking 100 degrees out. You shouldn't have to worry about a roommate.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't worry about a roommate.
No, either way, man. If I'm hot, I'm hot. But it's just, I don't know. It's everything's so fucking twisted that it's getting scary.
I know.
It really is. Like, I feel bad. And like I said, man, like, I'm not trying to shit talk everything that's come before me, but these kids are so, like, disillusioned that, like, what's going to happen when they hit real adversity?
I don't even know. Is there real adversity anymore? Like, that's the thing. It's like it's like life is pretty easy for a lot of people right now, especially.
And the ones that ain't, they're forced to kill themselves because they get fucking, like,
because they can't deal because there's no coping mechanism.
And there's nowhere to run away to because the internet's got them cornered in their bedroom until fucking midnight.
But they also didn't learn how to cope with shit and deal with shit because when there's been no bullies and now you're only getting bullied online and fucking that's your whole life and you think the whole world's come crashing down and it's like, no, all you gotta do is step outside your fucking bedroom and into the world and you see it's not that bad out. You know what I mean? But they don't know that because they've never dealt with overcoming any adversity. Like, it's fucking crazy. That's all I was saying earlier was like...
It scares me. It actually scares me to think... Because, I mean...
But guess what, dude? Guess where there's still adversity and guess where dudes are still hard? Russia, China, like places that are going to be like... Let's get these motherfuckers fucking fat and stupid and lazy and fucking sad and fucking whatever, and then we'll just steamroll these
going to Man Ray.
Yeah.
Gonna go fucking cry myself to sleep at Man Ray.
Man Ray.
It's activities night in the Dude Ranch room at Man Ray.
Dude, I
saw AF and the fucking Bruisers there.
Me too. I was at that show.
Fuck.
Remember, I told Roger about it. I go, all I remember is that at one point they had, because this is pre-internet.
Yeah.
And Agnostic Front and the Bruisers are playing. Was that Roger just got out of jail, right?
I think so,
That was one of the shows when he just got out of jail, I think. And I just remember I hadn't seen AF in so long, and this is pre-internet, and so people weren't exposed to a lot of different types of like weird shit. But Man Ray was like kind of
weird. I used to work at Hubba Hubba back in the day.
Okay,
dude.
so it's the same crowd. The crowd that shopped at Hubba Hubba.
I got
went
stories
to Man
for
Ray.
you someday.
Yeah. So anyway, all I remember is they had those video screens, and they were showing a video of a chick like having sex with a snake, and no one ever seen shit like that because it was pre-internet, and everyone was like, "What the fuck was that?" And I just remember Roger being like, "Shut that shit off! We're trying to do a show," because no one was looking at the stage, everyone was looking at the screen, like, "What the fuck is this?"
Hey, how's he doing? He's somebody.
Respect to Roger right now, going through cancer treatment.
He's somebody I've only met very briefly for very few times, but he's never changed in the 20 plus years that I've met him. Every time he's been the same human.
Yeah, him and Vinny, dude, like they were like they're you know, just like you said, like about people, like when Bobby and stuff, like just like, hey, Ole, like Vinny, same dude. Like you go in a room and he sees you, he might not remember your name, he might have a nickname for you, but he remembers you. He's gonna come up to you, he's gonna be like, hey man.
I was in fucking Bakersfield, California, and Christian's calling me up at 2 a.m. Vinny wants to have coffee with you. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
6 hours away.
Yeah. But you know.
Hey, no, I know he's going through some shit right now.
Yeah, and there's a GoFundMe set up. So if you go to, I'm sure you can still get to it off his profile on Instagram, which is just at Roger Murray, or probably the Agnostic Front NYHC one. You know, if you got a couple extra bucks, I'm sure he could use it.
Definitely help.
He's got a family and he's given a lot to the world, man. And you know, I can say I personally donated. You can go check the resume, like it, you know, it's on there, like, and not that matters, but like I'm not just saying do that shit when I didn't do it. You know what I mean? I would never tell anyone to do some shit I didn't do. So
is this like live, no editing, or do you stop and edit?
This isn't live, like we're just recording.
Okay,
and then I
because I gotta piss like a fucking racehorse.
Oh yeah, I can pause it. I can pause it. Yeah. All right, we're back from the.
Back in Nam, we didn't have no toilet breaks.
You didn't have to pee. You had to empty the colostomy bag.
Oh no! If I did, you'd be crying.
I know.
Trust
I can
me.
Imagine. We'll get into all of that. Like that's like we're just
my little bag of hate.
We're going through history, and we're gonna get up to the. You went from shit finger Ole to fucking shit bag Ole.
The best thing's a surgeon put it right in the word douchebag. He put it in the A in bag, dude.
It is, dude. It is. Ole just showed me his colostomy bag, which is full, by the way, and it's right under. It's right. He has douchebag written across his stomach rocker, and it's right in the A. Like, did they get a laugh out of that at least? Did they?
He asked me why I would do that.
Why you'd write douchebag on your stomach?
And believe it or not, man, the story of my surgeon's insane.
Yeah.
Nicest, just a gentleman.
Sure, yeah. It's another thing. Doctors, you're either getting one side of there's two sides of that coin. You're getting like someone that's very humble and awesome and nice and good bedside manner, or you're getting someone with a God complex.
I asked him what to do if I run out of I'm gonna run out of money, you know? Yeah. And he's like, I don't give a fuck if you're homeless. I'm the one that tore you apart. I'm the one putting you back together because I don't like the way I tore you apart. I did that to save your life.
Yeah.
But
that's a good motherfucker.
He's from
right
Italy
there.
And he studied in Milan. The guy he studied under is the one that sewed Pope John Paul II up when he got shot.
Yeah.
And he almost killed him. The guy fucked up. And he's like part of what he was saying is like that guy learned from his mistakes. I learned from him. You're in good hands.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, you touched the Pope. I don't know, man. I'm going down. But he's just a gentleman, man.
Yeah.
Just a kind soul. And yeah, I don't know, man. I forget what we were just saying because I get a little short in the head from all this.
Oh yeah, no. We were just talking dumb shit, dude. Like,
but it's fuck, man. Roger's jammed up, and like I said, I don't personally know Roger worth the fuck. I met him a few times, like I met Stigman a few times.
Yeah,
but they were always kind, man. When I was a kid, they were they weren't rock star kind. They weren't nice kind. They're like, hey, what's up, man? Just normal.
Oh yeah,
like normal. Human, good to you, and I wish him the best, and everyone's gonna donate to that, and I hope they keep doing it. But yeah, man, they're good people.
Yeah, Roger just had a bad, he's had a bad couple of years, man, with the heart stuff and now the cancer stuff, and I mean. We're aging, dude. Like shit out, and they're older than us. So you know what I mean. Like they're the generation before us, man. So
had to go get my lungs scanned. I got some scar tissue, a couple 7 millimeters, a couple 3 millimeters, And they're like, it's not cancer yet. And they're like, you should quit smoking. I was like, why didn't I quit 9/11 too, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to talk about that. It's all the cigarettes, which it is probably. But, you know, I was breathing that shit in.
Of course, yeah. Well, that's like everything, man. Like, there's a narrative things, and if there's things that don't go with the narrative, it gets swept under the rug, and that's the way of the world. Excuse me, the fucking Black Label.
I don't get this fucking virus shit, man. Like, look, I'm vaccinated. I'm vaccinated.
And you got to be, right? Because of just all the shit you've gone.
No, I did it because I thought I was going to go to school to try to reinvent myself because of all this medical shit I'm going through.
Yeah.
And it turns out I'm not even going to school. Otherwise, I wouldn't have fucking got it. Whatever. I never got a flu vaccine in my life. And that's all it is to me, is a glorified flu vaccine. But, man, all the people they touted as heroes last year who worked without it, they're now firing and telling them no unemployment. Yet the motherfuckers that could have went to work last year, and I was one of the people working last year, said, no, I don't feel good about it, and got an additional. They were getting $1,200 a week. Now, the people that were doing it in the most dangerous field of all, who were your heroes last year?
Yeah.
Now you're kicking them out like the trash, man. What the fuck?
And not for nothing. In a pandemic situation, is it really wise to be firing fucking trained fucking medical professionals? That's all I'm saying. Like
that alone, just the pure mechanics. Like, you're already shorthanded. Now you're firing people.
Yeah. Or allegedly you're shorthanded.
God forbid if I said something like, well, the vaccine was supposed to make it so you didn't get sick, but people that are vaccinated are still getting sick. So why don't you fire the people that are vaccinated and are still getting sick? Because they really suck.
Well, the thing is like, that's,
and I'm not taking a side.
No,
I don't get how you can call them a hero one day and then shit down their leg the next.
Yeah, and the story changed. Like, no, we never said the vaccine was going to keep people from getting it. It's just going to lessen the effects.
I remember when certain Democrats didn't want to get the vaccine. Harris, Biden, Cuomo.
Yeah.
I remember that. And now, because it was the Trump virus and they hated Trump, and Trump's a very hateable person. I don't like any of them.
No.
But like, so once it wasn't his disease no more, now everyone's supposed to get it? Come on, man.
Yeah. So no one's denying the virus is real. No one's denying that it's a problem, that it's something we all need to address. But we have to get on the same page, everybody, because the politicalization of this and also just the response to this has been so fucking stupid and illogical. And no one can convince me otherwise. Like, if I'm missing something here, I invite you to show me what I'm missing, because I try and follow basic logic, and there's so much stupidity going on, and people are going along with it hook, line, and sinker. It's like you can question things, and you can still
but you can't question anything.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But like, you can, like, people
How did
have
you get
to
a
break
Crown
the
Fried Chicken sign?
Oh, but I'll tell you that story in a minute. But to like, it's important that you can question things and not be like, right now, if you question everything, oh, you're anti-vaccine and you're blah blah blah, and you're a callous person and you don't care about anybody and blah blah blah, because people are so fucking whipped up and fucking frenzied and fucking stupid. Like, no, listen, motherfucker, like, you don't have to be anti-vaccine to question shit. Like, the way things have been handled has been fucking bad from the get-go, and everyone's still touting Fauci. Fauci should be prosecuted as a fucking criminal right now, because there's multiple accounts of him fucking lying.
Just lying.
And even when they released his
emails, for a good reason.
They found more
I thought it was a good reason when I lied and said I was fucking better than I was to get in a broad's pants when I was 14. That doesn't make me any less guilty.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't really get you tickets to Aerosmith, honey. But, what the fuck?
Yeah, Steven Tyler's not my uncle.
Yeah, he's not my uncle. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fucking crazies. There's a few problems in the world today, or specifically with our country, that there's no accountability for these politicians. They can lie, cheat, steal, do whatever, and people still either reelect them or they get fucking some kind of fucking job in some private industry, or no one goes to jail, no one gets fined, no one does fucking anything.
And here's my favorite. Oh, you're an independent? You're a real asshole. You're a real asshole if you're an independent.
I haven't been called that.
Oh,
one
both
yet,
sides hate your fucking guts. Well, yeah, you're only independent than this. And other than that, you're a racist conservative or you're a liberal fucking libtard.
Yeah.
I love that term, libtard. It just rolls off the tongue so nice.
Yeah. It's fucking.
Even though I don't believe in it, it's just a funny fucking word. Like,
oh yeah.
You libtard.
Yeah.
And I've been in those parts of the country.
Yeah.
Where people would say shit, but I've also been in the parts where it's the polar opposite.
Yeah.
Like, how about some truth?
Hey, how about both of your parties are fucking corrupt as fuck and need total reform?
My old man called it when I was a kid. Piece of shit that he was. Deep down, lawyers and politicians are all good people. That's why they should be put 12 feet deep. And I tell you, he was right.
Yeah,
He's fucking right.
Yeah.
But I just hate the fact you can't have an opinion.
Yeah.
And the opinion can change. Like when Bernie Sanders was screaming free this and everyone's screaming free this, free that. And then, oh, no, it's not free, stupid.
Yeah.
You said it was free for a fucking year.
Yeah.
And when people are like, no, nothing is free.
Nothing's free.
Well, it's not actually free, stupid.
Yeah.
Then why were you saying it was free?
The government is not of this benevolent fucking thing that's here
And
to
why
take care
can't
of
we
you.
say the word retard anymore? I fucking hate that.
I know. And it's obviously
I mean, like, granted,
because I think you're the same way. Like, me and you have probably, I know I have, and I'm sure you have fought other people defending people with mental disabilities.
Yeah.
Like, I have no ill intention.
but that's what they are. And like to tell somebody they're fucking retarded.
I would never say
I'd
someone
never say
with
that to a retarded person.
Exactly, yeah. I would never say it to anyone with a real mental disability. It's
Unless
just-
maybe they beat me at Uno or something.
Yeah.
Then fuck them.
or if you use the C.K. Lewis thing, unless they're really being fucking retarded, and then I'll call them.
But no, I fucking hate that. You can't say certain words even though they're not out of context.
Louis C.K. I mean, I fucked that one up. I don't know.
The best fucking TV moment in history. Wait a minute, Jefferson. We're not you people. You people are you people. Like them two guys had it.
Yeah,
they figured it out. We're all assholes.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote those two shows.
Yeah.
And
I think, didn't they try and bring All in the Family back?
I'm sure they did, and they ruined it. Like, come on, Hollywood. Enough with the fucking remakes.
I know. Make some original shit. Like, we don't need to see another fucking Spider-Man
Like,
remake.
what are you going to do? Fucking Facts of Life and Blair Warner's cousin that fucking gets up there and drools on the microphone as a stand-up's going to be the Greta Thunberg fucking broad? How dare you? Like, what the fuck? I don't need that.
Dude, and not for nothing, like, have you ever seen a Greta Thunberg interview where it goes off script, or like you don't
She
see
can't
just
know.
the
Her
sound
parents are fucking shills. Her parents
It's
are fucking whoring her out,
nuts.
the poor
It's
girl.
fucking nuts, man.
Her parents are whore.
You actually feel bad for her.
Yeah, no,
because
that's
you
what
can
I
see her
said.
choke
I just
up
said
and
the
get
poor
scared.
girl. I said the poor girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, granted, the funniest meme I've seen in a long time is her with the "How dare you stare," saying when you're masturbating with a plastic dildo instead of a carrot. But like, yeah, no, the poor girl. Yeah, she's being fucking whored out.
Yeah, she's being used and touted, and
Yeah.
and it's you know it's
But God forbid if you say something against it.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, not that I make any money on this, but this episode is definitely demonetized.
Oh yeah, no.
Which I knew full-heartedly going into it. I was like,
so how do you even advertise this?
I don't. It's word of mouth.
What's it on? What platforms?
It's on every platform.
Okay.
And amazingly enough,
YouTube hasn't kicked you off yet?
no, but I'm not at a level where I'm making money on YouTube. You know what I mean? I get money from sponsors and Patreon people that support the podcast directly, but I don't. And surprisingly, most of these episodes chart in the top 20% of podcasts. It does all right. I don't know. And God bless you if you're listening.
All right. Fucking Don turned me on to a guy, AWE. For anybody that don't know Don Lucia, he's a fucking tattoo artist, but he's much more than that. He's like this crazy fucking do-it-yourself machinist.
He's a savant, dude.
He's fucking nuts.
I have a guitar.
Yeah, no,
I have a guitar he built from scratch in my booth right now.
I'm over his fucking house, and he's like got a lathe in his bedroom, and he's just fucking turning shit. There's a guy on fucking YouTube, AWE, and he's from Canada, and he just rips shit apart. You gotta watch him. He says things like, keep your dicks in it. Give her a hot lunch. this is definitely going to demonetize me.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it fucking.
It's a podcast?
It's just a YouTube channel, but he rips everything apart. And he's an engineer.
Oh, okay.
And I'll send you a link when I get home.
Yeah. I haven't heard of it.
The guy, he's just like, oh, not making any money today.
Yeah, but Don, dude, like he's a force of nature. He's literally the dude. If he gets into something, he goes full bore into it, and then all of a sudden, he was a tattoo artist, and he's building tattoo machines, and he's building fucking these elaborate stands for like iPads and shit, and he gets into guitars, and he's like, it's not enough to just build.
He
like,
built
one
the
piece of a
CNC
guitar.
machine to build the guitars. Like he's fucking.
Then
nuts.
he's building the guitars, like every single piece of the guitar from scratch. I wouldn't be surprised if he was fucking winding his own fucking strings. Like I know he didn't do that, get that crazy, but like
Don't get your
he's
hopes
not
up,
far
ladies.
off.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, but yeah, he's an asshole.
Don's gonna kill me for that one.
Me and Don had a band called Slow Gin.
Yeah.
We never got it off the ground, but he was.
He's always coming up with good band names. And it's like,
What was it? Like one of us was like Shreddy Vedder and the other was like Riff Van Winkle or something. Like we just had stupid names. But he's one of those dudes you just bounce a million ideas off. He'll come in here, he's like a fucking Tasmanian devil whirlwind, and then he fucking rolls out
Mr.
the door.
ADD.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But
You got to meet his buddy Steve. I think you and Steve would get along. Steve's a motorcycle mechanic guy. He's been around a long time. Just a good guy, real smart guy.
yeah.
I think you guys would get along.
the best was Steve from Otfree.
Oh yeah, gay Steve.
Yeah. The
Gay
best
Steve
dude ever.
that'd stab you.
Yeah. But he's also like a high-ranking dude in like the Catholic Church. He's such an anomaly. The smartest dude. He's got a
Smartest dude you'll ever meet.
PhD. He was a tattoo artist, but now he's got a PhD in political science. He's an advisor to like the Catholic Church.
Is he?
Oh, he's like some.
I
like,
wouldn't fucking doubt it.
some shit like that. I don't know.
I remember when he was like taking fencing because he wanted the scar.
Yeah, Steve, hit me up. You got to come on. Like
Steve
this-
would be look, and Steve, I haven't even seen Steve since like the 90s. I don't
Yeah.
no correction. I was at a coffee shop and Derek Malone, that fucking douche, was there. Derek Monez. And fucking Steve walked in, and I was embarrassed to even say hi because I was next to fucking Derek. But Steve's always just been that super smart.
Yeah. So that tattoo shop in the 90s was the best because it was still when like tattoo shops were like.
He was making stained glass out of there. Remember that? Yeah.
But like the thing is like that's when still like tattooing was like still like Pirates Den shit. Like you like
Sailors and fucking convicts.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Their card just said sailors and convicts. And if you went in there and you didn't know anybody, you had to fucking have thick
Remember they
skin
had the
and pay
three
dues.
buttons? Fucking metalhead, hippie, and fucking like frat boy or whatever.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
like, what are those buttons for?
Yeah.
For us to blow you up.
Yeah. But remember Jack, the door guy?
Yeah.
Dude, Jack was the best.
He had the fucking dartboards.
Yeah. But the other thing that Jack had, this is like one of the only tattoos I've ever been jealous of in my life. But this is in like early 90s. He got it. But he was older than us. So he was like in his 40s in the 90s. And he got a pirate head, like a Sailor Jerry pirate head. And it just said, "Die, you bastard." Like a whole stomach rocker.
Nice.
And I was like, that's the best tattoo I ever saw. He goes, yeah. He goes, my wife wasn't impressed. But this is like, he was. This is before he went totally fucking berserk. and fucking crazy.
Well, him and Derek ended up, I think, running the shop. I don't fucking know. I don't like people that screw you over on hot rod parts when they're making money and you're not.
Yeah.
So fuck Derek.
Yeah.
Whatever. I know you got better shit to do.
No, yeah. But fucking, yeah, man.
Showed up eating dinner, huh?
Fucking, but yeah, man. Fucking, so. I forgot where we're going with all
I don't know.
this shit.
Greta fucking Thunberg,
Yeah,
plastic
we-
carrot dildos.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh, we can't say retard.
We can't say retard is what it comes down to. That should be the name. You should start a podcast.
Can't say retard.
And that should be the name of it. Can't say retard.
I love being the dumbest person in the room. Seriously, I learned that way.
Yeah.
You know? Fucking learn that way.
I learned that I shouldn't be drinking more.
Yeah, well, you gonna.
But I'm gonna.
You gonna learn.
We ain't stop until they're done.
Nope.
So
I want to say something though. Seriously, like to everybody that listens to this, like if I sound like an asshole, I am. I'm all of that. But I'm just spouting my point of view from somebody that's been around. And,
Yeah.
like, I don't believe it's all dead. I think it's all been whored out and prostituted. Everything from hot rods to choppers to punk rock to hardcore to fucking broads in the ass. It's all been prostituted, no matter how you do it, and the internet's to blame. But get back to, like, being real and being human.
Yeah.
Like, get out. Do it for real.
Absolutely.
Don't just do it on the internet. Don't just make a Facebook post.
Yeah.
You know?
And you don't have to put a post for every single thing you fucking do in life. You know what I mean? Like no, you know, but whatever. Fucking
But, like, I mean that. Like, we've gotten so far away from...
yeah. I know. I say that
sucks.
all the time. Don't lose your fucking wanderlust. Like, fucking get out there, explore, do shit, fucking live, and fucking.
We both got more friends that are in the ground than we got above earth at this fucking point.
I know it's getting fucking
And
harder, dude.
you got kids out there.
It's half the reason
that
why
aren't
you're
living.
on, man. Because
because I could drop fucking dead tomorrow.
you died 3 times this fucking since
Four,
April.
bitch.
Four. That's right. I keep saying 3, but you've died 4
It was
times.
3 until recently.
Yeah. You're hard to
That was
kill.
right on the fucking intermediate.
No, you're
920.
easy to kill, but you're hard to keep killed.
That fucking wire, I pulled it out.
Jesus.
Didn't mean to. You got to fix shit sometimes.
So what happened? What happened? Like, what happened the first time you died? Like, what was it?
The first time I don't remember.
Yeah.
Second time I only remember bits. And, like, I wasn't dead for 40 minutes, obviously, because you don't come back. But I was dead and I was working. I mean, I kept dying over
Yeah.
the course of an hour. I can show you the medical records.
Oh no,
My primary made the mistake of wanting my lab reports, 250-something pages of lab reports. Her fucking fax machine was going ape shit. But then a week afterwards, I had congestive heart failure. And that's when I was down. That one sucked, dude. I remember, like, 3 days, I'm sitting there coughing. And it was because you're an ex-smoker. This, that. And I'm like, no, something's fucking wrong. My heart and my lungs ain't working together for 3 fucking days. They had me down on the regular floors at Charlton. The heart unit in Charlton, awesome. The rest of the hospital, they might as well put the fucking wheels on miscarriages. It's like every other hospital. You know what I mean? It's just understaffed and nothing against them. But, so, like, the 3rd or 4th day, like, they give them nebulizers. And I'm like, it's not helping.
yeah,
They weren't looking. My fucking body was taking on water.
yeah.
I was having heart failure. It was swelling. And then I was sitting there, and I'm like, I need fucking help. Fuck you, nebulizer. And I chucked it at this bitch. And I feel bad because he was a, like, big, dumb gay nurse. And he's just doing what he's told him. Like, get it the fuck out of here. I need help. And he took it like I was, like, attacking him.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I wasn't. I was just scared for my life.
Sure.
And I ended up talking to him when I woke back up a couple days later. You know, we sucked each other off, and it's all good now.
Yeah.
But no,
Even Steven.
Yeah, even Steven. Don't tell Steven. But I remember sitting there, and the doctor came into my room, and I can't fucking catch my breath. And I looked at him. I was like, for 3 days, I fucking told you cocksuckers I'm going to die because you cocksuckers would fucking listen to me. And then I was still awake, and they started giving me the chest compressions. And then I went out.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the first 2 hits of the chest because they're watching the fucking monitors.
Yeah.
Like you know, they got the little, you've worked in hospitals, the little battery pack that they put in your, that thing's what saved my life on the big one. That's what saved my life. That's what sent them all running.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. The drugs ain't that good. I didn't have a good story to tell afterwards.
Yeah. Did you see anything weird when you died?
Nothing. No 72 virgins, no Evil Knievel, no fucking bright light, nothing. Not a fucking thing. And I don't know if that's because I wasn't dead.
Yeah.
Or if it really is that, but I kind of don't want to find out.
Yeah.
I don't want to find out. I want to keep going for a little bit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you don't want to just be a switch off. You know?
It definitely put into perspective like what's important.
Yeah.
Paying your bills is important because that's what allows you to live. All right, I made my fuck ups in life, dude. I really have. And I got to pay for them. Like, you know, there was times in my life where I was fucking up and I got to pay the piper for that. But what's important? Happiness. You got food in your fucking belly. And you know, I get real deep and tie it back in, but like Think about when we were kids. Like, you weren't starving when you were a kid, and I was. But we're the same kids in the same fucking gutter. And we wouldn't let each other fucking go hungry.
Yeah.
Right? That's what's important in life, man. That's what's important. Fucking all this nonsense about you got to have a house, a car. Yeah, I want it all. Don't get me wrong. It'd be nice to have. I'm not saying, but it don't mean shit. Don't mean shit. All that matters is you got to fuck a few broads. You got to drink a few drinks. You got to get in that fist fight even if you goddamn lost because you balled up and fucking did it and overcame your fear. And then what? What do you got? Then you got a bunch of years of learn to read a book, learn to fucking go travel. Like, none of this matters.
Yeah.
Like, fucking Ryan's gone. I'm sitting in Ryan's house right fucking now, man.
Exactly, man.
And look, me and him weren't tight.
Yeah.
And I'll say it, when all that dumb shit went down with Homeboy, he was the first one backing him. And I know it. I could see it in his eyes. But I've known Ryan so long, and I knew what it was. There's nothing personal on that. But, like, I'm sitting in his fucking house, and he's not here, and I am. That's a little fucking weird for me because...
But, you know, at the same time, though, Ryan always... Because me and Ryan, you know, that was my fucking dude. Like, he always had a lot of love for you. You know what I mean? Like, he was just
I'm sitting in his fucking house, and he's not here, and he had a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, I'm just a shitheel. I should be dead because what the fuck? There ain't no kid with a broken heart who ain't got a father.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking weird. I'm not going to lie.
No.
And that's all I'm trying to, like, I can't convey it because I'm still trying to figure it out. And when it comes to anything important, I'm not good at talking.
No, but no.
I can fucking bullshit, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, that's a little fucking, that's when it hits home that like, what I actually, you know, how lucky I am. Because I should be him and he should be alive talking to his kid. You know?
Yeah, but this is the hand we're all dealt.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think what you're saying is you got to make the most of it while you're here, man, and appreciate what the important shit is and not sweat the fucking dumb shit. Because it's easy to get swept up in the dumb shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I pissed my 20s away on dumb shit.
Yeah.
The circus, punk rock, working in clubs. Now, everyone else was going to college. I wasn't. Yeah. I didn't even make it out of 8th grade.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I got my own story for that. I could write a fucking book on.
Yeah.
But they all had something, and I didn't. And, like, I'm sitting here, and, like, what really matters, it's okay if I'm broke. It's okay if I'm fucking poor, as long as I pay my bills.
Yeah.
You know, and, like I said, man, that's just fucked up.
I know.
Sitting in Ryan's house right now.
Yeah. Fucking.
You know?
Right.
Fuck that. Do the McGulliguddy for him.
Yeah, we could do a shot.
But, like, literally, and I'm not trying to get all sad and bring
No,
you down.
I know.
But it's a little weird for me because, like, I cheated death. And for what? My dog had died. I just got this new dog. Thanks, Shauna Pupolo, Frankie from fucking Death.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I needed it more than I ever knew. But I didn't even have her then at that point. So...
Little doggo revitalized.
My life is worth fucking nothing except to that dog. Even my wife. My wife had to be sick of me. 20 years of my shit. 20 years of clowning at the fucking door at 1 in the morning.
Yeah,
Can you bail me out?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's a good chick, man. She stood by you, to the end. You know?
But, you know, like, it puts it all in perspective. And everyone hangs their hat on this popularity contest that I don't get.
I don't either.
You know what? I'm glad I was a loser in the scene back then.
Yeah.
You ask any of the original FSU dudes, I know every fucking one of them. And Ole's a little fucking whatever, right? Whatever. I wasn't trying to be them. There's no way I could. Nor did I want to be.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, they all stood by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, in those times different, and people need to get back to that shit.
Well, that's the thing is like, when things are smaller, they're more tight knit, and then when you have it's hard to explain. Like,
I get it though. Like, we can't find the right words to actually.
Yeah, but you know what the thing was is that back then it was us against like society, like the general bigger thing. So we were tighter together. Because we had to be, because
we had
was
fucking
all kinds of
fight against
motherfuckers
something.
that wanted to fuck us up out there just because we were fucking different. Like no one knows what it's like. Like when you were saying you were fighting fucking like Bon Jovi metal dudes or whatever, like Guido dudes and fucking. I'm totally stereotyping here, but it fucking existed.
Fucking do it.
It fucking existed. Guido type dudes in like Z Cavarici pants. I Rock Z28 with their Oakley blades,
champion sweatshirt and Oakley blades, and the fucking Italian retard owns a Camaro.
Yeah, those dudes would always want to fight us. Until we started fucking.
You know what a fucking IROC sounds like when it makes a flat tire, right? They go wop, 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 wop. Fuck it, I'll say it.
But yeah, dude.
It's like the drunk Irishman. No, it was true. Yeah, and then we had fuck, man, you want some good stories? Talk to Al and Jeff from the Bruises. Fucking Star was there.
Al came on.
Their first fucking show with Lenny Mental had to fucking help fight the way out. Like up in New York. Yeah, them were the days.
Yeah. Dude, I'm going to see Lenny Mental next week, man.
Lenny, like, to me, was a legend. I don't know him. When I was a kid, I was scared of him. Because Lenny was a guy that would kill me.
Yeah.
Lenny would fucking kill me.
Yeah.
Him and believe it or not, Opie.
Yeah.
Fucking Opie was a mother. Opie's the nicest goddamn guy in the world.
Yeah.
But I thought he wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
Constantly. And I'm like, I'm not going out looking for trouble.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just fucking weird. And, like, Opie's a legend. Fucking Lenny Mental's a goddamn legend in my world, in my head.
I know. We're going to be riding from Tucson.
And anybody that don't like the Bruises can suck a bag of fucking dicks.
Bruises were so good, man.
No fear. Good friends. If you can't get your ass kicked to that one, you ain't living.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is like, I think it was, we had to be like.
Fucking Jeff's band, the fucking Hellboat.
Yeah. But we had to fucking, there was so much going on.
You actually had to fight for what you were. And at that, like, if you didn't have anything to fight for, you were still going to get beat up.
Yeah.
You were just going to, the world was so shitty, you were going to get hurt.
Yeah. If you had nothing to fight for, you better find something.
This is why Morrissey cried.
Yeah.
Faggot.
All right.
If you pay to see Morrissey, you deserve to get fucking blown off.
So what happened?
And you should lose some weight,
dude,
and stop wearing all that black makeup.
Fucking
Christian Carrera.
There was a time when that was like in hardcore. That was a thing where everyone was like all like into Morrissey for some reason.
I never got it.
Either did I. I was like.
My favorite thing was watching Moby get sucker punched in Boston. Why? I eat vegetables.
But that's
I eat vegetables. Why would you do this?
That's the other reason why I wanted to have you on, because like you're pretty much the embodiment of old Boston, and I love it. You know what I mean? Fucking. It's fucking.
Well, I mean, fucking goth. You got to be rich to be goth.
Yeah.
You're so depressed, you're going to spend $3,000 on a leather corset so you can be fucking 40 pounds overweight, and I shove my uneducated cock in your unlubricated asshole anyway? You could have went to Harvard. You were looking at it when I fucked you. Like, I didn't have you. Man, let me backpedal. I'm getting to be a wise ass.
There was a very specific person in that.
Oh yeah, there was.
I could see it in your eye that there was a very.
I used to work at Hubba Hubba doing body piercing.
So for anyone that didn't know, Hubba Hubba was kind of like the alternative.
Susie was the shit, the owner.
Yeah, but there was like the alternative kind of clothing store,
it was the everything store,
bondage store, fucking weird store.
Tish and Snooky, when the only place to get Doc Martens was in England, you had to mail order them.
Yeah,
Susie would do it. Tish and Snooky, before you go to the hair salon to get purple hair, Tish and Snooky were the only ones. Fucking New York, that's where you went to get it, right?
Yeah.
Susie was the shit.
Before Manic Panic, you could buy on the store shelf.
Tish and Snooky's a Manic Panic, yeah, right. And fucking Susie actually went out of that damn store with the baseball bat to fucking fight with me once.
Yeah.
Because I was getting picked on by the cool kids in the pit, the gutter punks.
Yeah.
I was down there working and fucking, I guess I don't know, I told one of them's girlfriend, like, no, I'm not going to pierce you, because it was like, I knew she wasn't going to pay. And it was like,
Yeah.
The fat girl that had fucking 10 friends, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I wish, sometimes it sounds so weird, but I wish I could just go back for like 2 weeks and just go through shit again. You know what I mean? Like,
so, like, do you remember the days we're sitting in a tattoo shop?
Yeah.
Ryan's a tattoo artist. Fucking rest him.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you couldn't get Tattoo Magazine anywhere but Out of Town Noons?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I remember, like my brother back in the 80s and 90s started tattooing, and like that was the only place. And you're seeing Jack Rudy and Brian Everett.
Yeah.
And my brother got into black and gray because of them too. And he ended up down in fucking Fayetteville, smoking guns, tattoos. And by 91, 92, he's down there fucking 2-3 years. Fucking just doing any Chicano that walked through the door because black and gray was his shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my brother, man, I got my beef with my brother Petey, but Petey's a solid dude. And Petey could do some fucking black and gray fine line, like Rudy and Everest style shit.
That's what Dan's in. That's
what his thing was. Where they doing bloodlines, not even, but fucking whatever. What do I know? Ronnie and Steve, motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, it was different back then. And then you go all the way to fucking Out of Town News and you see that asshole Derb in every magazine. Then I ended up working for Fun City, Jonathan Shaw, fucking another one.
Yeah. My boy Big Steve owns Fun City now, man.
Yeah.
Still there, dude. Still there.
Fucking what's his name? Frankie used to work there. Frankie used to look out for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just doing counter work over on the West Side shop, and it was bullshit. By the time I got out of it, it was bullshit, man.
It's another scene, man. It got
it
too
got
big.
whored out, got prostituted.
That got run through the mud with all the TV shows. It's still going on to this day, man. And it's like, what I don't understand is, I've been around it long enough. I don't tattoo, but I've been involved in the tattoo industry.
Same here.
And I do the laser removal. I started my shop within my best friend's shop, and whatever. So long story short, I've been getting tattooed since I was 16. I'm 49, right? Yeah. But
night I turned fucking 13, we stole a fucking car so I could get it by old man Ronnie.
Nice. Yeah. But so the thing is like, there used to be like a whole culture to tattooing. Yeah. And it was like, if you wanted to get involved in it, you had to apprentice and really learn. Your apprenticeship wasn't just learning how to tattoo. It was learning the culture and the ways of doing shit. And
my fucking brother put his time in. Like you
put
guys
your time in, yeah.
He put his time in. Like back then it was acetone. They weren't even doing speed stick and tracing paper yet.
You had to learn how to make needles.
The charcoal powder. Yeah, I used to make needles for fucking Dawn. 14 mags.
Yeah.
14 or 15 mags for Dawn in rounds. I used to he had the little jig. It was easy.
Yeah.
Smoke a cigarette, drink a coffee. Because Dawn knows how to fucking build shit, right?
Yeah.
Don don't make his own needles no more, I don't think.
Nobody does.
Nobody does. Why would you? But back then you did.
You had to.
Yeah. My brother started, and I'll never forget this. What's his name up in fucking Yonkers? Joe Kaplan, right? Or whatever. It was in the fucking ads. So drive all the way up to Mount Vernon.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking get his machines, come back. Fucking run out of black ink after one tattoo party, and we're like hiding because the fucking work sucked. And my brother's the artist, and nobody knew how to run the machine, and this, that, the other.
Yeah, you learned.
And it was illegal in Massachusetts. Yeah. My brother, I think, is the only person who ever got prosecuted for illegal tattooing in Massachusetts.
Oh, did he?
Oh, they raided our fucking house. They cut my mother's mattress up. Detective Murphy from the Norwood Police Department. I fucking hope you're dead so I can shit on your headstone, you fuck.
And he will, because you shit.
No, that cocksucker had no reason doing that.
No.
Didn't have to go cut the fucking mattress up. Like, yeah, we're tattooing. Here's the equipment. Here's the pictures. Oh, you think it's a big drug den.
Yeah, yeah.
You must be on fucking heroin, with tattoos. Nice tattoo of a shamrock, Detective Murphy.
Yeah, yeah.
Bitch. But, yeah, man, like, go out to Mount Vernon and then doing acetone fucking scratches with the old charcoal powder. And that's how we started getting tattooed down at Ronnie's. We didn't know there was anything better than Ronnie and Steve's. My brother went to Brothers Tattoo on Atwell's, and one of them ended up cut up in pieces in a dumpster or some shit. So that ended. That's what it was back then.
Yeah, it was fucking wild.
But old man Ronnie, my brother starts tattooing, and he's still doing the scratches. And then he figures out the speed stick and fucking, just from like one copy of Tattoo Mag, the speed stick and tracing paper trick. And Ronnie said, well, I don't do it because it's still the same to me, and I've just done it so much. And my brother was out of ink, and my brother drove all the way fucking down to Providence, flat broke, was like, I need black ink. we didn't know about, my brother and his girl Buffy at the time, Buffy bought Philadelphia Eddie's shop that was in Atlantic City and opened up Hot Rod Tattoos. My brother was there with her for like 7 or 8 years. And Buffy's a fucking sweetheart and a good artist, and I don't blame her for kicking my asshole brother to the curb. But they knew Eddie.
Yeah, yeah.
And, but before that, where did you get your ink? From fucking Joe Kaplan. And he was out of ink and didn't have the money. Fucking Ronnie took care of him. Ronnie was like, you put your time in. It's been 2 or 3 years I've been dealing with you knowing you're tattooing.
Yeah.
All right, I'll help you out. I'll give you some fucking ink. I'll give you a cup full of black ink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was to the point right before Ronnie died, my brother was still like, I need a fucking real Ronnie Jesus. Even if he sucks at everything else, the guy could do it Jesus.
Yeah. Everyone has their thing, man. Yeah.
But, like fucking, it's not like that no more. Like,
No.
Oh, Sailor Jerry.
Yeah. But that's the thing, right? So there used to be like, tattooing used to be cool because it was like almost arcane, like the knowledge, like you.
Dude, literally, look at this gay shit.
Yeah, you had to pay.
Bill the Cat, my first tattoo.
I know. But it's like, it was like, like you had to like figure out like how to do shit or like get the knowledge and do
I
apprenticeships.
started out ripping my mother's blow dryers apart and making old fucking cam spinnies with
dude.
a pen tube, like Jailhouse, with the
You should
guitar
see
string.
this. Like, it's such a crazy industry now where there's so much advancement and craziness. Like, you should see the machine Dan.
Yeah, they don't even got, they're like fucking, Don's running one. He's like, I can do this all day. And Don used to run the big fucking heavy. I machined it myself.
Don put fucking tattoos
18
in.
pounds? Yeah, he did.
Don put shit in, dude. Like,
Dude, that's about damn near 30 years old.
Yeah, all of them, dude. Like, Don, fucking Mike, everybody there. I freak.
Yeah, that's
Lot of
Mike's
respect.
first neck tattoo. No, Kevin, Skis,
Yep.
and Mike's right here.
Ski's another one. Old Boston, fucking. That dude was a shit
Sucker
stir.
punch.
He was a
Oh,
shit
he's
stir.
always a troublemaker.
I loved him, man. He was so fucking fun, man. He still is, I don't see him as much as I used to.
Remember when he was a professional wrestler for a minute?
Yeah, it's fucking.
In the grenades.
Yeah. It's so
And
fun.
fucking Lugo. Whatever happened to Lugo, that little terrorist?
No idea, man.
He's the only guy that's as small as me, and he caused a lot of fucking trouble.
Yeah, this black label's going down real easy now, man.
Take a break real quick.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I don't know a fucking thing. But like my wife got me listening to Jordan Peterson.
Dude's a smart
And
dude.
no, the dude's a fucking genius, and he got all fucked up, and he was susceptible to addiction. And like now everyone hates him. Like everyone hates Joe Rogan. Everyone hates Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent.
Well, no. But let's dial it back. Joe Rogan still has multi-millions and millions of listeners.
They're trying to fucking dismantle it
But it's
because
like
he
who?
speaks some.
Yeah.
Well,
Who hates him? Yeah.
all I know is the masses on Facebook now, because they're the same people that are like, oh, I can make this joke, but you can't make that joke.
Yeah.
You
Well,
want
that's
to
the
know what a
thing.
fucking joke is?
It's a fucking joke.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
My point is this. Like, when does it stop?
Yeah.
When does it stop? Like Jordan Peterson, whether you agree, you can disagree with him, but you can't call him stupid. Like Joe Rogan, you cannot call stupid. And if you do, you're the fool.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So it all gets down to like, what we were just talking about off mic a little bit. Is that right now there's
How big my wang is and how much he wants my poop bag.
Yeah, dude. Such a sexy poop bag. You're gonna make fucking.
But no, you know, like it's fucking sad that like you got this, and you got all these people, and this is probably going to be a shittiest episode.
Nah, man.
But the reality is, you got so much more to offer than just choppers and fucking hardcore.
That's why we do this because
like,
but so
nobody-
doesn't everybody, man. That's why like.
But nobody wants to fucking dial into that, man.
Yeah,
Like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know. I get it. We take.
No, I can sit here right now. Get on YouTube right now. Type in the business at CBGB's, and you'll see Jimmy G suplexing me into the fucking crowd.
Yeah.
And you'll see me running around with Boston, where friends don't let friends fight alone, on the back of my fucking shirt.
Yeah.
By myself, And what a bit. Oh, but everyone can stroke their dick to it and talk about some fucking scene.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about something that matters? Like, dude, this shit is out of hand. Jordan Peterson, my wife turned me on to him, and the guy, I sometimes I gotta shut him off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm weird. Like, when I was a kid, I tried reading Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. I couldn't finish it.
That's a tough book.
I couldn't finish it because every time he started talking about, like, a chair's only a chair because we said it was, my mind, like, blew up.
Yeah.
Fucked up thing, though. My sailboat, the first thing and only thing he did when he made his money was buy that boat and go live on it for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
The exact same boat. And traveled around the world. Traveled around the world.
Yeah.
He bought a West Sail 32. And... You know, like Jordan Peterson.
How long did you spend living on that?
I did all last year and the year before that. I wasn't even coming home. I was working so much, I just wasn't coming home. But I got a reflex heater from Denmark, which is just a diesel drip feed with a regulator that's all manual and springs, so it can't fail.
Yeah.
And that fucking kept me toasty.
Yeah.
Oh, I could beat my dick butt ass naked in the middle of January in New England. So, I mean, it's an apartment.
What's the experience like staying on a boat, like in New England? Like, you know what I mean? I know.
You want to know what it is? It's the most peaceful fucking place.
I can imagine, man.
The only thing that ever woke me up, all right, in the summertime, you get all the rich fucks. They don't use their boats. If there's one cloud in the sky, which means there's wind, which when you have a sailboat, you're looking for wind.
Yeah.
Nah, they won't go out.
Yeah.
They won't go out. They'll motor and they'll fucking ha and party on the back. Jimmy Buffett fucking blowing each other. Whatever. When you're really on a boat, weather's part of it. Yeah. And I like the weather.
Yeah.
I like it good and bad, man. It just like I could never live in a place where it was always the same.
Sure.
But once I realized they're out there 3-4 times a year, I get that whole river to myself 90% of the time.
Yeah, it must be so serene, dude.
The only people that ever woke me up 4:30 to 5 in the morning was the fishing boat, who one day made a comment to my wife. So the next day when they went by, I was butt-ass naked, brushing my hair, swinging my dick around, going, what, you don't want to make a comment to me?
Yeah.
And they laughed, and it was like, all right, whatever. We know each other now. Fuck you, right?
Yeah.
But they come by and beep the horn if it's up. If not, they go out of their way to be quiet. But my boat had rocked once, and that was it, 4:30, 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
There was no bugs. There had to be zero wind I got bit by one mosquito in 5 years.
Yeah.
And there's a tranquility to it that you got less. And I was never like, I'm going to be a minimalist. I'm going to be like.
No, but there is a truth that if you have, the more possessions you have, the more you're owned by those possessions.
Yeah.
That's true, man.
Man, it is.
And I'm coming to hard facts of that, because I used to be like, not a hoarder, but like a culture hoarder. Like if I was into something, like I keep all my hardcore records. I keep all my old Chopper magazines from the 60s and this and that. And it's like, I got to get rid of all that shit, man.
I had nothing but work.
Yeah.
And the fucked up thing is I was working so hard, but I was spending too much money. I was drinking too much. I was eating out. Because you work 483 hours of overtime in a year.
Yeah, you have to.
Break that down to 40 hours. It's like 3 months of a fucking full-time job on top of your full-time job. So, and I realized, like, these things don't matter.
Yeah.
What matters to me is, like, the peace of mind. And, man, there's something about being out there and you got the whole fucking place to yourself.
Yeah, it must be
like,
nice, man.
It gets scary at first because it's like, well, how do I deal with this? I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do that. But after a while, it becomes, I don't want anything else.
Yeah. But I think I always admire that. Like, you just went out, no sailing experience. You just went out and bought like a boat.
My first boat.
And then you lived on it. And you're like, fuck it, I'm going to live on it. And you started to like rework it. And
my first boat, I bought, I want to say like 2013 or 2014. This kid, Vec. I think you know Vec probably. If not by name, you'd know him by face back in the day. Vec lives on sailboats, and me and Vec have this relationship where we don't talk to each other until somebody needs something, and it's usually him. But it's boat related, so it's like hot rods or choppers, you know? And I called back up. I bought my first boat for $2,500. November 28th. It went down to 27 degrees, and we set sail out of fucking Manchester by the Sea up near Gloucester. Did 132 fucking miles. We got into 15-footers, like 10 to 15 footers. It's hard to measure when you're shitting your pants. But I'll never forget this. It had an old Atomic 4, which is basically a forklift motor. And it was a gas job, not diesel. And the fill was in the cockpit floor. So when I bought it, I put 9 gallons in that topped the tank off. We ran it for 10 hours. We're like going by Plymouth, coming into the Cape Cod Canal, and it's fucking scary. It was. But again, like I had one of the moments where it's like I could die right now, and I'm as important to this universe as the dead squirrel in the gutter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying this.
Sure, yeah.
And Vex says you gotta top the tank off, and it only took 3 gallons. But we're running out of gas. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know nothing. I hired him because he knows everything. He's the only sailor I know. Turns out Vec's still learning too. Nothing against Vec. I love the kid, but
Yeah.
so we get through the canal, and Vec timed it, man. Like, the canal's weird. It's tidal and it's current, but it shifts 4 times instead of 2 times because the bays are 2 different levels. And, I mean, it gets 6, 7 knots in there. You get fucked up there, you're going aground. And we're going through at midnight, and it's fucking, we went from 10, 15-foot waves, freezing fucking cold. The engine's dying. I got it running again. I forget what I fucking did. We get through the canal. We go out, following the buoys out of Buzzards Bay. We see all the Elizabeth Islands of fucking Bangarite. And as the sun was coming up, I was hot wiring my own fucking engine, looking at New Bedford, because, that makes sense, right? And that's when it dawned on me I had water in the fuel. The reason it went from 10 gallons to 3 was the rubber O-ring on the fucking cap.
Yeah.
And we were taking waves over.
Yeah. So
and just had seawater going in.
Yeah.
Yep. But I got this boat, and I don't know what to say, man. Like, everyone's like, got a dream. This ain't a dream. This is, I got to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't die this year, and I should have. I should be dead.
Well, you did die 4 times, but
but not for real.
But you didn't stay dead. Yeah, you didn't stay dead.
Again, let's call it pussy shit. I died like Nikki Sixx.
Yeah.
Right? Fucking 6 minutes. Dougie Fresh, you on. But, it's like something I got to do now. Yeah. Like, it went from a dream to a nightmare. Like, I have to do it now. I still got to learn it all.
Yeah.
But it's kind of awesome, too. Like, if you got the right heat on a boat, like, I had a wood stove this winter before. And the problem with the wood stove, it was real cute and it looked good and it worked real well for 3 hours. But then the ash pile had built up, and the mechanics of it was once the ash pile built up, the flame went out.
Yeah.
And it's a wood stove, so you can't leave it unattended.
Yeah.
So I'd come home to a freezing boat. It'd take 3 hours to warm up. I'd get 3 hours of heat and wake up freezing with my nuts up in my chest.
Yeah.
With this diesel reflex heater that I got, it's a drip feed. On high, it had 8,500 BTUs, and it used like 1.5 gallons of fucking diesel a day. And I'm uninsulated in my boat, so it was like cranking the heat out still enough that I was sweating balls, dude.
Yeah.
And it allowed me to, like, in the winter, there's seals up in the river that you don't see. There's dolphins. It's fucked, man. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. But I also, I got into some storms. There was like 55 knots of wind one morning. And I still haven't told my wife this, but I had to go to work. And I could have called out. I had sick time, but I'm like, I got to go in. It's a new job. It's a state job. You don't get no easier. And when they say people that have survived jumping off a bridge always say the first thought they have was, I fucked up. I let go. I got in my dinghy. I got the engine started. And I had a 10-foot Zodiac inflatable, a 6-horse 4-stroke motor. The minute I let go from the big boat, I said, I fucked up. I'm dead. And it took me an hour and a half to get an eighth of a mile.
Because it was so fucked up out there.
Dude, I had to dive at the front of the fucking boat because the wind came and it, like. So you learn a lot out there, man. You learn a lot about what matters, what doesn't. But even if I don't learn a fucking thing, I just like it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And when people are playing Jimmy Buffett, I crank up Blood for Blood, who's back, by the way, motherfuckers.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully Ian ain't lying, because Ian's one of the nicest people in the world.
He's not lying. I talked to Ian just 2 days ago.
Tell me Silverman's playing with them.
They're still figuring everything out. Ian didn't tell me.
Best band Craig ever played in was the Shods. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, that was the most unreal thing to see him doing that. But he fucking nailed it every time.
Yeah. No, it's Ian. It's Ian and Rob.
Well, of course.
And then, but Rob didn't do
I remember back in the day. I remember back in the day when Mahoney was fucking playing drums way back when. There was a lot of fucking pool balls and handkerchiefs back in them days.
Oh yeah, but they're still actively looking for a drummer and things like that.
But they're doing it.
They're doing it.
Good.
Yeah.
And Ian's such a nice guy, man. I'm so happy to see him do well with his movies. Like, I want to like see him do better at that than Blood for Blood or music, because like movies and filming is what Ian should be doing. He is the nicest fucking guy in the world.
Yeah, no, he's fucking rock solid, dude. He's he's a hustler. Like he's always got shit going on.
Yeah, but he does it for him and like
yeah.
Like, man, last time I saw Ian, I was all fucking drunk. The Bruises were playing. And I'm getting thrown out religiously at that fucking shithole club Nick Bowder owns down in Providence. Like, they threw me out like 7 times.
Oh,
got to the point where, fag or whatever it is.
Fed.
Yeah, fag. So, fucking, the last time they're throwing me out, they got me all up in fucking wrist arm lock and shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm hammered.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whatever, I'm just having fun. And I worked at the club, so I know the dude's just doing his job. But Ian got all pissed, and he's like, why are you fucking with my friend like that? And like, Ian's not a violent person. Anybody who knows Ian knows he's just a good guy. Dude. But he was going to stand up for me. So when you talk Boston hardcore, that's what it really is.
Well, that's the thing is Ian is very, like, he will stand up for, he has convictions, and he stands up for
He's like Ian Larrabee, who never liked me. You know, I was a little squirt, and fucking I didn't like his band, so I was an asshole.
Yeah, but you can't like
I just wasn't a straight edge, man. I found it much more fun to get girls drunk and fuck them. So, like, you know, I was the antichrist to the straight edge crowd.
Yeah.
But, like, Ian Larrabee's the real deal.
Yeah.
You know, Ian's always just been a good guy, and he's never changed no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, Ian doesn't change to suit your needs. Ian's a good person, and that's it. And Ian McFarlane's the same fucking way, man.
No, absolutely, man.
Like Dom that's playing in Slapshot's the same fucking way, man.
Yeah.
Have you met Dom?
Yeah. And
Dom's good people, man.
And I know, like Packer and Corey have just nothing but good things to say about that.
Dom's fucking good guy.
Yeah, man.
Dom's like, it's fucked up, man. He's with my friend Heather. That, shit, man. You want to talk old. So it's like 1995 or 6. And she's working at the deli house.
Oh, dude, I miss the deli house.
Before I even worked there, man.
Oh, you worked at deli house?
Oh, you have no fucking idea.
I would never want a sandwich.
We'll get into that.
I would never, ever. If I walked into a restaurant and I saw you working, I'd turn around.
Oh, we'll talk about that. And Heather will back me on this one. But Heather was working there. Me and my buddy Mike Mariano, this big fat kid with dreadlocks who was in this band Mishmash Cat way back in the day. And Mike's like a musical genius and a good guy, but he's got a very severely retarded brother. And handicap, whatever, sorry. Yeah. But Mike's never had it easy. Mike's had to make the bad choices and take care of his family. And Mike, consequently, has been in and out of the music scene. He never got to do what he should have. And he was like the sound, he could tell you how many megahertz the boop, next stop, Back Bay was.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he had that sound engineer.
Yeah.
But he never got to do it. He never got to chase it because of his family. And me and him are in the deli house, and Heather, Dom's wife, just moved to Boston. She moved here from fucking like Spokane or fucking Portland or some fucking hellhole out over there.
Dom is out west.
Yeah, he's out there. I'm the one that moved their fucking furniture out for him.
Okay, yeah.
And their dog. I took their dog on a cross country. Their dog was doing white power salutes when they got back. It was like, I was pictures of it shitting in the Mississippi, titty bars. We're in Wyoming. The dog's going for a fucking steak. Ali's their dog. I fucking love that dog. And I know it's wrong. God forbid. But I said white power, and I taught it to teach its right paw to raise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an asshole. I must be racist.
No.
Couldn't just be a guy making a joke. So when I dropped the dog off with the parents, they're stuck dealing with it in liberal Portland. But fucking the first time I ever met Heather, me and Mike are sitting in the deli house, and these dudes start popping mad shit, like bad. Like the whole place heard it. There's no like I was drunk and didn't mean it. And Mike's a big fucking guy, bigger than you, and fucking mitts like this. And I'm this little dude. And they're like, yeah, if I look like a couple of freaks like you two, I'd be fucking embarrassed too. And Heather just dropped the check and said, don't even worry about paying me. Just come back after you're out of trouble. And I chased some motherfuckers down the block. Mike didn't. Mike's the kind of guy, he's like just a pacifist.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, if he does ever hit somebody, he's going to murder them.
Yeah.
With all the rage he has built up. But
yeah, because he's never hit anybody.
I chased him from the deli house all the way down to Mass Ave, made a right. I thought they were going to make a left and go down Newbury, but they went back up by the other side cafe.
Yeah.
And I caught one of them, and I just fucking...
That's the dumbest move ever, to go down that way, yeah.
Because it's the alley back behind the rack.
Yeah, exactly, that's it, yeah.
And I ain't no tough guy, but I muckled on this fucker with everything I had. I'm like, fucking, I come back, my knuckles are tore up. My face was a little tore up, too, because he fought back. And Heather's like, whatever. And I'm like, you're new in town? Okay. And she was like, what's your name? And I'm like, my name's Ole. She didn't think I was fucking telling the truth. I had to show her my ID because Ole's a weird name. It's a Norwegian name that most people ain't familiar with. And out there in fucking Washington and Spokane and Portland, they drink Olympia, Ole.
Yeah.
So she gave me a 6-pack out of her fucking, she went in the closet, gave me a 6-pack. I was like, well, you're drinking behind the rat with us. And that's how I know Heather. And then like Dom, I've known Dom. Fucking yeah, when they moved out there, I'm like, I'm moving your shit. Doing it for free. Dom's good fucking people, man. I'm glad to see him in Slapshot these days.
Yeah, man. I don't know him that good, but
Dom's a good guy. Just good guy. You don't got to know him that good to know the minute you're around him. He's good people.
It's good.
And yeah, their dog says white power things because I'm an asshole with a bad sense of humor. But if you say Ali, white power, he will lift his right paw. Not his white one, his right one.
Well, fuck you if you can't take a joke.
Exactly. Fucking come on.
Yeah. All right. Everyone done
When are we going to fucking get over this?
Get over what?
Like the whole you can't take a joke shit.
I don't
not me and you.
Yeah. I was saying, I don't know.
Oh, you know what the best thing about 4-year-olds? You know the best thing about 4-year-olds? There's 4 of them. I mean, come on, fucking laugh, people.
Yeah.
Maybe not at that one.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I think at some point, the absurdity of everything's just gonna break, and then things will get back to us.
Yeah, but is it going to be in a lifetime, or is it going to get really fucked up?
I don't know.
It's so bad in this world.
I'm not going to lie. I'm glad I don't got kids.
It's me too. I couldn't do it. I couldn't fucking do it.
I feel so bad with anyone with kids, the kind of world kids are going to come up in. But yeah, it's so
bad. It's so bad right now. Look, slavery happened. Not only did it happen, it was horrible. In fact, there was a point where slaves were worth more than gold. That's undisputed facts, okay? But the U.S. was only responsible for 6% of the world slave trade. Why are we still the ones And what I hate
what you're
about
saying,
it,
but
what I hate about it is it's always us working class whites and blacks fighting each other over this fucking slavery issue. Because God fucking forbid if we stood together.
Well, I think there's bigger agendas that are trying to keep people separated.
Yeah, we know that.
But you know, the crazy thing is that a lot of people get rightfully so, get pissed off about slavery. But they're talking about shit in the past tense. Slavery still exists. Go to the Middle East. Go to places in
Buy
Africa.
a pair of Nikes.
There's fucking...
Your medical equipment.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Or no, never mind. No, I'm talking like legit slavery, not even just the corporate slavery.
No, what I'm saying is like child slavery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. And
Kill that shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Should have bought two. But I hate it because all these other countries are acting like we're the only racist country, and we were only responsible for 6%, which means they were responsible for 94%.
Well, America gets fucking shit on by a lot of countries, like, you know what I mean? For like countries that have for example, in the late 90s, I worked at WHO, which is the World Health Organization, in Geneva, Switzerland.
I know you did.
This is late 90s.
There's shit nobody wants to talk about.
No, but listen, so I was just like, what would it take to move here? Because Geneva is beautiful. And they were like, well, this is the 90s. They're like, you need to have, I forgot what it was, like 100 or 150,000 liquid in the bank.
Yep.
You need to have a professional degree, an advanced degree, master's or higher, and you need to have a professional job before you're even considered. There's no marrying in bullshit. Like, you need to have those things before your application is even accepted. That doesn't mean you're a shoe-in.
But if you're in the wrong political party in this country, you're an asshole for asking that somebody actually, show an ID.
But what I mean is, at the end of the day, we're the only country that gets shit on for trying to enforce borders.
Yeah.
But
look what Canada does. You can't even get in with the drunk driving conviction.
Exactly.
And for what? What did you offer the world? Brian fucking Adams?
Yeah.
You cocksuckers? Fuck you, summer of 69. I hope you die of fucking AIDS. Fuck you and Avril Lavigne.
But, and the thing is that...
Oh, wait a minute. Blink 182. Fuck you, too.
And then if you look at, like, the border of Guatemala and Mexico, there's mass graves of Guatemalans who just get fucking machine gunned down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying anything about any particular country. It's just funny that...
I'm not saying ours is right, but ours certainly ain't as wrong as you want to paint it out to be.
But everyone wants to make immigration into this big issue.
Well, I mean, look at the fucking picture.
Who the fuck is against immigration? Nobody.
Look at the big fucking slavery picture with the Border Patrol guy swinging his reins. First of all, look up what split reins are. All right, he was running the reins on the horse to keep the horse from trampling the poor guy, and he was grabbing him to shove him away. Slavery is not shoving you away.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not versed on.
But they only showed that one picture, and even the people that took that that picture were like, "No, there's video. That's not."
Yeah, this.
And then you got our president fucking. And look, Trump shouldn't have got elected. Okay, the fact that he does say volumes about us, which at least I can laugh at that one. China virus.
Yeah.
But like Joe Biden, really?
No.
This is what you had to offer us? The guy got convicted of plagiarism and had to drop out of well, not convicted, whatever, found out when we were kids in 88.
Yeah.
So my first time going to hardcore shows and fucking this guy's plagiarizing.
Well,
that's how old I am and he is, and his musty fucking vagina routine's old.
Well, the thing is that people don't want to admit both parties are corrupt.
No, they want to say it's identity. And I hate to say identity politics, but it's my side's right and your side's wrong, and anything you say, fuck you.
But it's also got people...
So fight over it.
People are just like so polarized based on political party that neither of these sides are really... Both of these sides put their own personal agenda and the party before the country. And no one's looking at that. And it's like... You know, like, and it's funny because you see how wishy-washy. It's almost like we're watching fucking WWE wrestling or WWE.
No, it
wrestling.
really is. It really is like
Because if you
wrestling.
look, when Obama was, like, everyone's like, oh, Trump put in these cages out the border. And I'm like, no.
They were there.
Obama
did that.
Obama and Biden put that in.
I noticed-
And not only that, you can look at pictures of Obama and Biden walking through those areas with kids in those cages.
But you notice,
And then at that
the
time,
media is
you got Pelosi and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and all these guys saying, hey, we need to put up a wall. We need to enforce our borders,
Yep.
this and that. There's nothing wrong with enforcing your borders. Like, I don't care what anybody says.
If me and you
there's
break
nothing,
into Mexico-
and there's nothing wrong with immigration, but immigration needs to be like, when you let just people in, it's a slap in the face to the people that are trying to go through and do it the right way.
me and you get drunk and decide to break into Mexico this week. What are we facing? But no, what I'm saying is if we break into Mexico, what are we faced with? 12 years of hard prison labor? That's what their laws are.
Or you just grease the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, or you got the money to grease the wheel.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Now I got to piss. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. We're back from a pissing break. And
He made me hold it.
you probably shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. I'm just putting that out there.
What, because I have a fucking couple death experiences?
Yeah,
You're right,
yeah.
I shouldn't. But you know what? I fucking love smoking. I could quit drinking any minute, but cigarettes, dude, I fucking love them. And the worst thing about it, I'll be out fishing with Don.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we don't want to die needing a cigarette. Let's smoke one. Like, it's such a bad addiction. It really is. But, and yeah,
As I sip down some Black Label.
dude, I brought the poison.
You did. It's so good. This is so perfect for this episode. And I've never had to break so much. And this shit just goes right through you, man.
Oh, wait till the morning.
I know. Dude, I know it's coming tomorrow. And the problem is we got bike night at the shop tomorrow, so it's going to be all over fucking
Yeah,
again.
you'll be good by nighttime.
Yeah. Well, hair of the dog. We'll just have
I haven't been to one of those. I ain't got my bike up and running. And to tell you the truth, like, everyone's like, oh, I'm a biker or I'm this and that. I'm like, I've been riding my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
And shit's been so retarded on the road the past 2 years. I'm like, yeah, you know what?
Dude, I own a shop. I've gotten so much more insurance shit. You know what I mean? And so many people getting rear-ended or fucking cut off or broadsided.
Dude, remember in the 90s when Baldwin got rear-ended and his back got broken? That was bad. But, like, I've been riding since I was 16 and I'm 47. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck right now.
Yeah.
Call me a pussy. That's cool.
Well, you got a boat, too. Like, you know what I mean? You got a boat that you can live on. Can't live on a bike.
It's small living,
Well, you
but
can.
do
There's
it.
people that do, yeah. They don't live on the bike, but they got a little tent that comes off the bike or whatever. Notice.
I'm going to camp out under the stars. I'm a lone wolf. Ow! I always hated them queers, too. Like, I'm not... If your jacket says Harley Owners Group, you're a pussy. End of story. I'm sorry. Cut it out. I'm a road captain. Go fuck your mother. I hate... Because those are the dudes that always start with me because I'm the small guy.
Yeah.
It's like, if you were really worth something, would you pick on me?
But
Of
guess
all
what?
people, would you pick on me?
But you know how it goes, dude. Anybody that's a real dude, like, isn't picking on nobody. Like, they're quiet and they just...
We know a bunch of real dudes.
I know. That's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? And those dudes ain't out starting shit. Those dudes are fucking quiet and well-behaved and very well have, like, good manners usually.
Yeah, they do.
Those are dudes you got to watch out for. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But fuck yeah, man. What else going on, dude? Like fucking... So, I know you got a bunch of medical shit coming up.
I'm going in for surgery again, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking nervous as a whore in church because, all right, the last time it was like I rolled up, I'm dying, I'm in it.
Yeah.
Just do it. It's like everyone says, "Oh, you're crazy and you're tough and you'll fight," and I'm not. I'm actually like I'm not very good at fighting, and I've lost more than I've won. But I got to a point in life where I stopped being scared around 14. 15.
Yeah.
And it was like, you're in it. Fuck it. Swing for the fences. That's not what's going on right now. Now it's pre-planned. And I'm literally scared. Like, what am I going to do if I fucking die? I'm going to be Patrick Swayze for fucking Halloween. Like, I don't want that. Like, so I'm like, I got to get through it. I got to survive. You know, like, I mean, fucking really, who wants to be Patrick Swayze?
I'm only laughing.
Fucking laugh away, bitch.
Because I'm imagining Jackie trying to mold like a fucking clay pot.
Yeah.
With you behind
none
her.
of that's any good. With my new dog Remy sitting there all sad-eyed.
I'm just imagining you like being Patrick Swayze in the movie Ghost. It's fucking. But for some reason, you still have, as a ghost, you still have your
got my shit
colostomy
bag. Yeah.
You still got your shit bag. Dude,
Dude,
tell me what you. All right.
What have I done with my bag?
Yeah. Bad
things.
What bullshit have you started with your colostomy bag?
Well, you can call your boy Christian up right now. He'll tell you.
I know.
I was rubbing that shit up on this bitch. They're all talking to her. Everyone's talking to her. And I'm like, yeah, what's up, honey? And I think she thought it was a wang for a minute. And then she fucking was like, oh, it's warm and soft. And yeah. Whoops. Yeah, there's a couple things. I got drunk and I fucking ran down Atwell's Ave just spraying it while people were eating outside because fuck them.
Because it's outside eating.
Yeah, and fuck them.
All I remember is you telling me that you'd go to the Stop and Shop, which is the local grocery store for people that don't live in this area, and you'd crack it open near the cheese aisle.
Yeah, that and Whole Foods has an aromatherapy aisle, and that's where I really excel. I really excel there.
Can you just undercover crack it open?
Somebody should write a letter. I fucking
don't do it right now.
No, not do it. There's no gas in it right now. But when I fart, it'll get like under 4 or 5 psi. Like I've got pictures I can show you.
Yeah.
And if I crack that motherfucker, dude, you'll puke.
Yeah.
So I go to the aromatherapy aisle at fucking Whole Foods, and I really I don't know how to write letters to get things done, but if anybody does, I think I deserve my own Yankee Candle flavor. Like, you know, Ole shit bag.
Ole shit bag, yeah. It's a brown candle.
Whole lot of colostomy or something. I don't fucking know. But, so I'm stuck with the fucking thing, and it's the most embarrassing thing in my life. I ain't gonna lie. And you want to talk embarrassment, my mother was the drunk in the shitty neighborhood that I grew up in. My father was the drunk. When I was like 9 or 10 years old, my sister and me were coming home from school, and my dad had my mother out the second floor window with the face cloth stuffed down her throat, trying to kill her and shove her out the window. My sister led the charge. Another great one is my first day of 6th grade. We didn't have school buses. You know, we walked down to the Washington Urban School, and we'd take the 34E back up the hill, you know, and the bus driver would open the door and let all the kids on. So it's like the first day of school, and my mother's sitting there, pissed her pants on the bus. My first day of school, so drunk, she pissed her pants in front of her. So, and this ain't no school bus. This is the city bus.
Yeah.
So I've dealt with embarrassment on a ghetto level.
Yeah, but
here's the thing. This hurts in a way when it matters. Like, first of all, I can make a joke, and it happened. I got pulled over. I was speeding. And the cop asked me what was under my shirt, and I looked him right in the eye. I was like, some serious shit, motherfucker. So backup came, the second cruiser, the third cruiser, right? And I told them all. I said, some serious shit, motherfucker. It's a colostomy bag, and I got to go. And they're like, what? So I lift it up. All right, that's the funny end of it.
Yeah.
But
what?
So I'm a small guy, and it turns out when you put a colostomy on a woman compared to a man, I guess it's higher up on the stomach on a man. And I'm a small guy. I can't hide it. You can see if it's full, it's like a second ball sack swinging and hitting your leg.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking nobody. I ain't got the Ron Jeremy leg going, and the thing's just smacking against me when I'm trying to shop.
Yeah.
And the whole world knows it's there. And it's rough, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I want to get rid of it.
But what happened where you needed that?
Turns out I had what they call diverticulitis. I didn't know this. I've never gone to the hospital unless I've needed to.
Yeah.
Harry from Cheech will tell you. That kid took me to the hospital back in the 90s. I was running 103-degree fever because I had a pineal cyst that I didn't deal with. Then he brought me there again when my fucking hand got crushed after the Cambridge point. Feel that shit, dude.
No, That's after they
feel it. That's what 2 lips of Guinness kegs feel like.
Yeah.
They pin that together. Like I go to the hospital when I need to.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm like, I'm sick.
Yeah.
But what happened was
this was after the heart shit or before.
the first heart attack I had was back in January 6th. But they don't even want to call it a heart attack because I think it was like a blood clot.
That just
I got
ran
low
through.
cholesterol, all this shit. Like as much as I smoke cigarettes, I ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Health wise, like as far as my heart. So they were calling it an episode rather than an attack at first. And that happened in January. Then April 18th, so the week before that, April 18th is when I went to the hospital. The week before that, I went back to work for the state because in January I had the heart attack. I was out 10 days total, 3 in the hospital, 7 off. I go back and there's no light duty at my job. And I'm the new guy. So all the little fucking faggots, who I'm not going to mention because they will actually try to sue because they're that pathetic as humans, we're like, well, there's no light duty here. Even though they've been milking it for fucking years.
Yeah.
You know when you drive by and you see one guy working and 6 guys standing, I was the one motherfucker working.
Yeah, and those 6 guys.
So I went back and I'm like, fuck it, this is easy. And I'm shoveling. I'm fucking shoveling 4 tons of asphalt a fucking day. And it got to the point where I had to stop. And while I was stopped, this all happened.
Yeah.
And I thought I had food poisoning. Like, it hurt really bad. I wanted to cry taking a shit one night. But I'm like, I didn't know what was going on. And I've never, like, been in a family where we went to the doctor.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it fucking hurt, man. And like, it brought me to tears. I was at a rest stop in Connecticut on 95. I'm like, what the fuck? But I thought maybe I ate a fucking Triscuit and didn't chew it. And if, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it
So you
turned.
were passing a Triscuit.
Yeah. So like, I went home and I'm running a fever, so I'm drinking Pedialyte. Now I'm just drinking liquids, and it doesn't hurt when I'm going to the bathroom. But that's because it was all liquid.
Yeah.
Well, I blew a hole in my bowel, diverticulitis, and I went 100% septic. Literally, I went into the hospital, Charlton Memorial, right up the road. And they've seen some shit in that hospital, right?
Yeah.
So I tell the guy what's going on, and because I said, hey, man, I had a heart issue. The real reason I'm in here is my heart ain't beating right. And what it was the fever and going septic, and my heart was telling me, so it's been like 4 or 5 days. And I don't feel good, and I don't know what's wrong. And he goes, all right, I'm going to touch your stomach. And he's pushing me in my stomach. He's like, does that hurt? I'm like, I can feel it, but it doesn't really hurt. He goes, well, I'm going to give you a CAT scan anyway. That motherfucker came back whiter than George W. Bush. And he's like, how did you let me touch you? You have 13 abscesses in your stomach. And you're going to die in hours if we don't operate.
Jesus, yeah.
So that was the beginning of it. So yeah, fucking go get yourself fixed, people.
Yeah, man.
Not like sexually. Like get yourself fixed like if you got a problem, because I knew I had a problem.
Especially when you get above 30 or 40, and shit feels weird. Go get that shit checked out. Don't fuck around.
And I proved time and time again, like I'm not a tough guy, but I ain't a pussy.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to say this other than I was raised not to go to the doctor, not to take care of yourself. And if I had done it 5 days earlier, I wouldn't have died. I wouldn't have had all those problems because I wouldn't have been septic. Every single problem happened because I was septic. I was fighting for my life from the infection.
Yeah.
And if I had just done it 5 days earlier,
Yeah.
guess what? I still got the medical bills.
Yeah. All right.
You know?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. But you're still here.
Yeah, I am.
Maybe your divine purpose. There's some motherfucker with abscesses in his stomach, doesn't know, thought he ate a Triscuit without fucking chewing it.
Yeah, that's what I thought, man. It fucking hurt. I cried when I took a shit. I'll be honest. I fucking cried, but I'm like, maybe I didn't. Maybe I fucking swallowed a bone. I don't fucking know because it went away right afterwards. But I stopped eating solid foods. I didn't even equate the two.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, I'm sick. For anybody listening, 10-year, multi-million mile truck driver. When I say multi-million mile, I mean 3 logbook motherfucker, okay? Back before it was e-logs on paper. So come at me, government. Fuck you, because you had your chance. I'm past it.
He's no longer a trucker.
Before that, I was just an old punk rock hardcore shitheel who would jump in a van with the band, who would go do whatever. You know, so like I've been sick in my life. And I thought I was just like bad food poisoning.
Yeah, yeah.
You eat enough fucking Denny's, you eat enough fucking Waffle Houses, which, by the way, you can shit in the sink at a Waffle House, and then Rob Hornbrook will be like, I need to speak to a manager and tell them that somebody's shit in the sink, and they'll go wrap their arm in paper towels and go pick it up. And it's great entertainment if you're in North Carolina. But that's what I thought it was, and it turns out I was dying. Oh, yeah, dude, yeah. Poos to the Roosters is my name from him. Rob Hornbrook started the shit parade. Rob Hornbrook is, he came home. He's an old punk and hardcore kid. Him and Laura Hornbrook. Rob came home and they had him drop the puck at the Bruins game because he was fucking kicking doors down in Afghanistan on his 12th tour with a fucking Bruins patch on his chest.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. They can't kill me at this point. And if they do, I'd be lucky, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where that all started. Oh, Pedro, south of the border? I've been shitting in your hat for 30 fucking years. I think I sent you a fucking message a couple years ago. I know I sent Dennis, Christian, everyone. Like, I'd fuck you food poisoning me in 91. Yeah. I never saw such a big shit in your hat.
Oh, fuck, man.
I mean, what are you going to do? Like,
what are you gonna do?
Life's here to live.
Yeah, spread a little shit around. Enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, like, we make them jokes, and yeah, I'm an asshole, dude. I'll do it. I'm the guy that'll do it. Everyone say nobody will do that. I'm like, oh, I'll step up and do it. But yeah, I mean, you're only here once, man. No matter what you fucking believe, no matter what you believe or don't, you're only here once.
That's right.
So if my God is telling me to shit in Pedro's hat, guess what? Yeah. Pedro's going to have a shitty fucking hat.
If your God's telling you to crack a colostomy bag in the middle of the aromatherapy. I can't even say it right now.
Dude, them bitches were all in there smelling candles, and I'm just like, all right, so it was worse than anybody in the medical field will back me on this. When you first get a surgery, like, it opens air up into your body in places that were never there. So for like a couple weeks after your surgery, you got this gas. It's horrendous. Like, it's just like it does. You don't stop, and it's all because air got into your body that was a sealed system.
Yeah. It was never meant to have air. Yeah.
Dude, I was running 4 or 5 PSI. I felt like I was bagpiping for the Dropkick Murphys. And shit talk them all you want, people, but I fucking love them. They're good people, good friends, and you know what, man? They took their success the right way and did a lot for a lot of people.
Sure, man.
But I feel like I should be fucking bagpiping for them because it was like literally. I'll show you pictures, and I was sending them to Christian.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, it was like 4 or 5 PSI in that little bag.
Playing it like an accordion. Like a shit accordion.
You know, fucking playing Fields of Anthony, you know. Can we get some Dubliners going on up in this bitch?
Danny Boy.
Yeah. Fuck Danny Boy. I hate that song. Give me the Irish Rover.
Fuck yeah, man.
She was rigged 4.5, 27 mass. She stinked until she puked.
So, did you ever get anyone to puke from the colostomy?
Oh, yeah. Plenty. Jackie, I made Jackie puke when I first got it. So this kid Anthony I'm hanging out with, I'm drinking with him one day. And so, all right, so you got the base is like a flange that you got to glue to your skin. And if the glue fails, the stink comes out.
Yeah, because it seals it in.
And the bag attaches to the flange. So I'm sitting there for like 2 hours watching this kid get drunk that I'm kind of like hanging out with. And I'm like, it smells like there's a bad sewer in here. And he's smelling and smelling. After 2 hours, I can't keep a straight face, right? And he just got up and he's German. He's German and Italian. Switz is his last name. And he just got up and did the most Irish goodbye. And this is at 2 p.m. in a restaurant. Went out, puked all his shit all over the place. That was a month and a half ago. Tonight I brought it up and he puked on the phone. Like, that's how bad it stinks.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you keeping it sealed.
The jokes. Yeah, I'm not trying to, because no, here's the reality. If I cracked it, when you guys came in the morning, you'd smell it. Yeah. And you got a business to run. Yeah, so it ain't a joke.
I know, yeah.
No, seriously.
I know.
I shit at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I took my dog for a run in the woods. I come back at fucking 5. I got to meet you. I walked in the door and it hit me like a ton of bricks, dude. I don't know what happens when you don't filter it.
Yeah.
But and man, yeah, I make the best of it.
Of course, you got it, man. You got it.
You either laugh or cry, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it sucks.
I know. I can imagine. But the fact is that
the most embarrassing thing, little metalhead teenage girl running the checkout at the supermarket. I'm an old man that ain't even I'm trying to fucking get with, but she's just cute. She saw it. She looked. And it was like Joan Jett looking in total disgust at me. And that hurt, man. That hurt, you know? Yeah. So what do you do?
See, I don't know, man. I think you're probably a little sensitive to it. I don't see it right now.
Yeah, because I'm hunched over and I'm sitting on the table. But what do you do in that situation? What I did was make a joke.
Yeah.
And I grossed her out and ruined her day.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to fuck her from anyway, so it didn't matter. But it's like you're getting older and there's somebody young. And man, you're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, how does it not hit you? You know what I mean? But I make a joke out of it, and it is what it is. And not for nothing, yeah, I can ruin you. It smells worse than a concentration camp.
Yeah.
Literally, you read about the boot pile. I am the boot pile. And if I crack it, you will puke. And with that comes a certain responsibility, you know, to do it in every chance possible to make sure you motherfuckers puke. Because fuck you, I have to have it.
It's like, if I gotta gut this, I want to share the misery of it.
Dude.
I would do the same shit, man.
Oh, yeah. Dude, when you walk into a supermarket and just shh, but it doesn't end because it's like so much pressure built up.
Does it feel good when you release the pressure?
All right, here's the fucked up thing, man. All right, I'm going to say some fucked up shit here.
But this is real shit. This is real, no pun intended.
So if somebody has a colostomy bag, what you need to know is they don't know when they're taking a shit. Like when you have an asshole, you got a sphincter, so it gets tight.
Yeah, you
right?
feel it, yeah.
Even if you fart.
Yeah.
You know you're going to fart, so you can control it. When you have this, there's no feeling. It just happens. So I'll be in line at the bank and just go while I'm talking to someone. And there's no denying it.
Yeah,
it was loud enough.
Shit happened, yeah.
Literally, shit just happened, right? So, but you don't know what's coming.
Yeah,
there's no control because there's no muscle. What they literally did is take my intestine and shove it out of my stomach and put it in a bag like a garden hose.
Yeah.
Like before I came here, I wasn't going to change my bag.
No.
Because, I'm getting fucked up and I'm just trying to ride it out before the surgery. But I'm starting to get infections and this and that.
Yeah, it can't.
And the glue and the paste. You saw when I came in, there was that wasn't cum. That was glue.
Yeah, it can't be awesome.
Not cum, glue. Remember that, girls. But it's fucked. And you don't know when it's coming. Like, you have no control. That's the most embarrassing thing is I've always been one to be like, I'll shit where I'm not supposed to and laugh, but I had control over it.
Yeah.
Now I don't. Right now I don't.
Yeah.
And it's
so it makes that noise from the bag, or that makes?
Oh no, it's just straight shitting in the bag, farting. Everything that you would do on a toilet, I'm doing, but I have no control.
Into the bag, yeah.
But I have no control of when it's going to happen, how it's going to sound. There's nothing clamping on it. if Vice Grip was my sponsors, they'd drop me. That's like how loose my fucking shit is. All right. I'm saying that. Make the jokes, boys.
Yeah.
But so you're in the supermarket, right? You haven't shit for 2 days because everything's all fucked up. You eat and it's different. You don't digest.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, well, maybe you should change your diet. I made potato and leek soup and ate it for 3 days. You know what happened? It smelled like the devil's asshole. That's it. It didn't change when I went. It didn't change that I didn't know.
Yeah.
You go to the bathroom in my house, it literally 3 hours later, you can still smell it. And my wife's been putting up with it, and God bless her. I know she fucking hates my guts at this point. And that's kind of like a whole nother level. Like, how do you come home to that? How do you be like, I'm the man of the house? You don't. But when it comes to fun with it, I am that asshole. And I will like call Christian right fucking.
I know.
I would. That bitch was like, oh my God, oh fuck, yeah. She thought it was a dick for a second. Hanging out with the crew, you know what I mean? Like fucking, we're all just hanging out and. Like, what are you gonna do, man? You gotta have some fun.
You know, it's exactly. There's no other way to say it. Like, you gotta have some fun. You gotta make light of a shitty situation. No pun intended, or pun intended.
No, fucking intended.
Yeah. And fucking, you know what I mean? Shit happens, man.
This motherfucker can bring some heart.
If you're in a Stop and Shop, or if you're in a fancy market in the aromatherapy section, and something wicked this way comes, look for a little Irish guy.
I called Christian up one night. The one show, like, I don't go out to shows no more. In this shape, I'm not saying like I'm a target, because nobody gives a fuck, and I'm nobody. But I went out to a show in Providence, and of course, a couple of fucking little Providence douchebags got a little Providence douchebag big mouth, started a fight with me because I'm crippled. Same douchebags that probably, know who started a fight with me when Shabo just passed away, and I got pictures of that with my fucking bloody eye. Fuck you, you're damn right. That's my boy. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's my boy. I don't care who he pissed off. He was always good to me.
Absolutely.
End of story.
Yep,
right?
That's all you got to say. Yeah, I get it.
So I got into it, and I called Chris. I got punched in the fucking colostomy bag, and it splattered up all over my fucking stomach. I'm like, and it fucking hurt, dude. You want it? It's worse than getting kicked in the nuts.
I can't even imagine. Yeah.
But then I can call and be like, I sprayed it on Atwell's Ave. Christian's my buddy. I talk to him a lot because he lived with me.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck who's doing what. Like, he's just a good guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He's a good guy that fucking, when nobody else will pay attention, he'll still be your friend.
Absolutely.
But, so you get them laugh moments, But, dude, ain't no way to live.
No. Well, hopefully the surgery goes good, man. And I know
what happens if it goes bad.
I don't know. Did they tell you what happens?
That's what. Well, I got here's the biggest problem of all. So I got a pre-op appointment. I got a pre-op and post-op appointment. Do you know what that sounds like to me?
No,
yeah, exactly, motherfucker. And I'm not okay with this. I'm keeping my dick whether I die or not.
You're going to wake up, no bag, no dick.
I'm Bette Midler. Look at my titty bag. Oh, it's full of shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Just like Bette Midler.
But what did they say? Like when they do this surgery, you'll be able to get rid of the bag.
They're doing a reversal on the colostomy, but the biggest thing is actually my stomach muscles. I can have you feel them or grab measurement tools.
Yeah.
And measure them. I'm like fucking 6, 7, 8 inches in different spots on my body. So I was so sick when they cut me open. They tried stitching it back together, but they left it good and loose.
Yeah.
And it was fishing season. and I hang out with assholes like Don Luce here.
So you ripped all those.
You're fucking right, I did. And I was showing my surgeon pictures. Yeah, 40 pounds, bitch.
Yeah.
But no matter how much time I spent healing, it wasn't healed together. It wasn't coming back. You know what I mean? So this time when they do it, they're really going to have to bind me together, and I'm really going to have to heal.
Stick with it, yeah.
But they'll actually be like creating new cells and
like, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that, man, because I know you probably had about your fun and your fill with the fucking colostomy.
Yeah, man. No, dude, the embarrassment's outweighed. Dude, you want to talk something fucking horrible, and you're going to want to save this and probably play it. I was going to bring Jackie with me tonight. I was going to, but she get mad if we were drinking.
Oh, you're not supposed to be drinking?
No, I ain't supposed to smoke cigarettes, drink, whatever. But so I got to change this thing like every 2 or 3 days. And what's happening is because my stomach muscles aren't where they should be, what's literally happening is my insides, my guts are moving around, and it's making it worse.
Yeah.
Because my organs can move around. And you get used to doing something, you know? So
but
I'm changing
you're
it
not supposed to be moving your organs
But I'm
around.
changing it one night. And you remember on Instagram the hatch that Don, me, and my buddy Steve built for my sailboat? Yeah. Like, that's on the table. It ain't even finished. And I did the least amount of work in that. Steve and Don did all of it. They were teaching me, you know?
Sure.
When it comes down to it, that's what it really was. And that thing's a big deal to me because it was like, that was the eye-opener. I can get to this level. Wood's just machine work, just like, well, whatever.
It's like metal or anything else. Yeah.
So, fucking, I'm changing my colostomy bag. And, like I think I know when I'm going to go to the bathroom and not, even though I can't feel it. For some stupid reason, I thought I had this system beat. And I'm in the kitchen. And that hatch is on the kitchen table. But it's like, there's like a foot between that and the edge of the table. And out of nowhere, I just started shitting a fountain all over the table. You want to talk embarrassing, right? Nothing you can do. You didn't even know it was coming. Like literally didn't get a physical feeling. Like nothing censored to your brain that it's coming. It just happens. And then your wife's sitting there looking at you while you're shitting. You're pissing shit out of your titty nipple that's in your fucking stomach. It can't get no worse than that, right? No, it can. Because when you're all embarrassed, it can get worse, but it can get better. When you're all fucking embarrassed and you're like, oh my God, and trying to figure out in a panic mode, she'll just walk up behind you, smack you in the back of the head and say, bad dog, don't make me rub your nose in it. That's what she did, and that's why I'm with her.
Yeah,
you know?
No.
But no, anybody that's got something like this going on, man, you have no idea. Like, I'd rather be in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
I hate to say it because I could put a motor on the wheelchair and run you over. I can't tell you when I'm going to take a shit.
Yeah.
But they're going to connect it. Now the fear is, what's that first shit going to feel like? It probably ain't going to be good. They're going to reconnect the plumbing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to fuck up, man. I'm going to eat the wrong thing. I'm going to be like, oh, tomatillos? Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, stay away from the spicy stuff, stay away from the high fiber shit. Well, maybe you want the high fiber stuff. I'm sure they're going to have like a routine for you, a diet routine for you.
Which I'm not sticking to. What's the use of fucking living if I can't have salt and pepper? What's the use of living if I can't fucking have...
Well, you can put salt and pepper on fucking Metamucil.
You fucking prick. But yeah, it's a bitch. And right, like, so I haven't really been following their guidelines.
Oh, you mean Carl in Canada, Black Label beer's not on the guidelines for the fucking.
Yeah, that's their problem.
Talk to
Fucking pussies.
McGulliguddy. Talk to McGulliguddy's ain't on the fucking.
It ain't my fault they're not my kind of Boston doctors.
Yeah.
No wonder they hate us. Everyone hates us. But so like fucking. All right, I'm not supposed to eat a lot of shit. Seeds, anything with seeds like pickles, cucumbers, which sucks because I love fucking pickles. I fucking love pickles.
You say that again?
I love pickles, honey.
All right. just wanted to get that on record.
On record. But like
the next time you die, if it's ever for good, at least I got a good Ole saying, I love pickles.
Dude, I fucking told you, look, we're in Ryan's house right now, right?
Yeah.
Did I not fucking tell you, and I mean it, if I fucking go, and we're coming up on whether I'm going to go or not. If I fucking go, I want you motherfuckers to get them airbrush shitty ghetto t-shirts. And I want you to go to the park and release fucking balloons like it's the last scene in every episode of the fucking first 48. And if you don't do it, I'm going to fucking haunt you.
It's on record.
I don't want a fucking funeral. I don't want nothing. I want a big fucking joke.
So, but the airbrush shirt, but do you want a photo?
You're fucking right. You know what I'm talking about.
All right,
with the little pink and blue little homie. The most ghetto shit you can come up with. Throw some glitter in there, bitch.
The best one I ever saw was actually at the Providence Place Mall, and it was a memorial shirt for a dude, and the picture of the dude, right? That had died. He was wearing a memorial shirt of someone else, so it was like too deep.
That's a fucking win.
That's fucking.
That motherfucker took home the gold.
So it's like a memorial shirt of some dude, but the dude that died was also wearing a memorial shirt of some other motherfucker.
I'm dead serious though. I can't think of a better fucking thing than every one of the assholes I know, and you know all the assholes that I know, releasing balloons in the park. You know what I'm talking about? Like the last scene of every episode of the first 48. And you can't help but to watch that show because they're all so fucking stupid. All they had to do was keep their mouth shut, and they would have walked.
But we're gonna do the same thing. If your next surgery is successful and your colostomy bag goes away, we're going to have a memorial for your colostomy bag, and we're all going to wear shirts with pictures of a colostomy bag on it, and like rest in peace to Ole's colostomy
I'll fucking
bag.
do that in a heartbeat.
And we're going to release brown
balloons.
Brown balloons at fucking
That'd be great.
at the park in Providence.
That'd be fucking great.
Or on the wharf, like near your fucking boat.
Oh my God, that'd be fucking hysterical. But I'm just like, everyone's like, it's fucked up. Like my wife, I've been with her 20 years. We hate each other.
Yeah, but you love each other. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, you remember the fucking passing the fucking wrench through the snowbanks. Like, yeah, that's my love. I went and got my skull fractured. And I talked to that motherfucker, the Golden Gloves dude. I went and talked to him. He's the nicest guy in the world. And you know what? If it was my club and he rolled up, I would have done the same thing. Oh, fuck it, man. I knew that walking in. That wasn't nothing against some boys. They were doing what they were doing. Like me and my crew would have, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But my wife just doesn't get the sense of humor. I'm like,
she doesn't yet?
No.
I would assume
she doesn't.
by now.
20 years, she still hasn't got it. I'm like, cut it out, cunt. Like, we're together. We love each other. Can you just stop? Like, can you understand that if I drop dead tomorrow, it'd probably be better for society, but maybe not so good for my friends. But, like, I just want everyone to have a fucking joke and a laugh, man. That's all it's about.
Absolutely, dude.
That's all it's about. My life ain't worth shit.
No, you can't say that.
No,
you can't say that.
no, I can. You know why? Because right there, that was worth more than mine, and it ain't here no more. So it ain't fair. It ain't fucking fair.
But life's never been fair, dude.
No, exactly. You get
Never
it.
been fair.
You get it. So all you can do is laugh.
Same thing, man. Like, I got no kids. Like, I wish it was me instead of him. But all I can do is I got some shit planned for his kid. You know what I mean? Like,
It ain't fair. But it ain't fair.
no, absolutely.
Dude, that was fucked up opening that. I'm glad you did it, and I appreciate it. But I ain't gonna lie, man.
Nah, shit's heavy, dude. Yeah.
No, heavy is like Heavy D and the Boys. Blame it on the rain. That was fucking. That was like. That broke my heart.
Taurus. That's shit heel shit.
Taurus. That's code word for I just shit all over the shop because my colostomy bag blew a hole in it.
So we took a little break. We're probably about a 2-hour break. We're still fucking
doo-doo mustard.
Still at it.
Doo-doo mustard everywhere.
Yeah, it looks like Gulden's. It's not like a yellow mustard. It's like the spicy brown mustard.
With doo-doo in it.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we just we did a little bit of a hiatus, but we're back at it. Yeah, man, fucking I don't know. Let's wrap this shit up.
Hey, we're gonna wrap it up because nothing. It's gonna go downhill.
It's gonna go downhill fast.
Can I say something like
absolutely?
Totally like I've never even listened to your podcast. I got to be honest because it might cost money. And I ain't got money right now.
It doesn't cost money.
I said I didn't even know. Like I'm not bad at being free. So I gotta go listen to all your shit in hindsight now that I know it's free. But I would like to say something that's very important to me.
Okay.
So you're one of my old friends.
Yeah.
And we don't always talk to each other, but every time I have a problem, like we can go years without talking, but if I have a problem, this motherfucker sends me a text message. And he's like, hey, what can I do for you?
Yeah, of course.
And I try to be the same person. Maybe I'm not as good as him or whatever at it. But I want to say something that actually means a lot to me right now because what I'm going up against. I'm going in for this surgery, and I'm supposed to be fine, and chances are I will. But I do want to say this. It ain't Boston. It ain't New York. It ain't a crew thing. It's a us thing. There is no justice, just fucking us. And we know where that comment comes from.
Yeah, man.
Right? With that being said, I really want to say Shauna Pupolo and Frankie Pupolo. That's before Dishonor. You might know Frankie from.
Yeah. I know both of them.
Look, Shauna rescued a dog, and it was between me and somebody else. And Frankie apparently said to Shauna, like, Ole's been through some shit. And Shauna's a good girl, and she saw the way the dog and me interacted. Life ain't that complicated, man. It really ain't. Like, I'm scared I'm going to die when I go in for surgery. I'm probably not going to. But thanks to them two, I got a dog. If I do die, at least I mattered to something.
Yeah.
And for whatever it's fucking worth, why don't you all stop being a bunch of fucking cunts and just be the good people that you were put on here on this planet to be? Because me and you just talked for an hour off fucking mic, you know? And I seriously mean this. Like, they're to me the epitome of how you're supposed to act, those two.
Yeah.
They really are. They're just good people.
Yeah, man. It's easy.
And it's not that hard to be. It's not that hard to be good people.
It's harder to be a shitbag. Like
it really is. You got to work at it. You got to work at being a shitbag.
I say that all the time.
It's okay to have a moment. It's okay to end up in jail. It's okay, but you don't got to be.
We all made mistakes. We've all done dumb shit.
I ain't done making them.
But you got to work at being. You got to choose. You got to actively choose to be a shitbag. Yeah. You got to choose to do the wrong thing by people. And you got to choose to fucking actively pursue doing the wrong thing by people. So it's hard work to be a shitbag. Very easy just to do the right thing. Well, not always easy, but
even when it ain't, it's easier.
It's always better.
You know, and even people that fuck up, half of them ain't shitbags.
No.
I seriously mean that. And I use them too. I use Frankie and Shauna just because for me, it's a big deal right now. Having that fucking dog.
Yeah.
And she needed some help, and like it worked out for the two of us. But man, we need to do this again, and we need to just annihilate and not hold back next time. Keep the record button going. Yeah. We'll just edit as needed because names don't need to be brought up.
Names don't be brought up, and fucking, certain nomenclature.
Nomenclature. That's a fucking.
There's a big word, right? But fuck yeah, man, this was fun. I gotta we'll piece this together, man. It's a good one, man. I I fucking.
I ain't done talking to you, whether it's on mic or not. Dude.
I know.
This is the
of course,
first time.
Of course.
We've known each other since the 80s, and this is the first time we've ever both let our hair down to the point where it's like, oh, yeah, fuck. Like, I want to talk to you more, man.
Oh, no.
I don't want to hug you, kiss you, or rub helmets and nothing, but, like, you know, I enjoy your conversation.
Absolutely. I just
Friend zone. That's what I'm doing here, dude.
I know. And the thing is that I know you fucking had a rough go the last year, and honestly, too many of us are fucking going, and fucking the world would be remiss if I didn't expose the fucking the fun and fucking awesomeness and like realness that's Ole to the fucking world, and I wanted to have you on, especially before you go into surgery. I know you're gonna do fucking great. But
if I don't, just remember, I'm going to have to be Patrick Swayze for Halloween. Yeah. And that's not acceptable.
And it's not even you being Patrick Swayze from Roadhouse. You're going to have to be Patrick Swayze
Ghost
from Ghost.
2. I'm going to have to make Ghost 2. Like, what the fuck, man? That ain't good.
I'm still imagining you, like, looming over Jackie while she's trying to make a clay pot.
Let me make a big clay penis. Yeah, fuck that. We can't have that. We can't have that.
Where can people? What's it? Your Instagram? Just
I have nothing. I have nothing to offer, nothing to give.
Yeah, but
my boy True's trying. I can keep supporting him.
Yeah. All right, man. But we'll do a follow up when you've recouped from your fucking.
I'm coming in, dude. They're gonna fuck me up on that one.
Maybe we should have you on when you're all fucked up on your.
I'll come back in the minute they let me out of the hospital. I'll walk from the hospital to here, dude.
Maybe I should.
I ain't no pussy.
This is quick. This is small enough. I can bring this right to the hospital.
We'll see how long I'm in the hospital. We'll do that too. I don't care.
Fuck yeah, man.
Dude, Charlton Memorial has the sexy nurses. The one time in my life I get sexy nurses, they're wiping my ass,
cleaning the cloth, changing the bag.
Yeah,
changing.
I'm the most unattractive man on the planet.
So nothing, right? There's like no sphincter fucking flexing at all, right?
I got nothing. I don't even know when it's happening.
Just comes right out.
Comes right out.
Right out into the bag.
I literally shit on my own kitchen table. And I told you this earlier.
Yeah.
My wife, God bless her, she didn't even blink. She just walked up and smacked me back in the back of the head. And she's like, bad dog.
Yeah.
She knew how bad it was for me.
Yeah,
you know?
She also know how to make it good for you. Like
exactly. She knew, make it funny.
Yeah. Because that's all, at the end of the day, you got to have a sense of humor about shit. Fucking sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you get dealt a bad hand. And what are you going to do? Wallow in it? You got to fucking
laugh or cry. Laugh or cry. That's your two choices.
You got to crack open the colostomy bag at the fucking in the fruit section at fucking Stop and Shop, or the fucking the aromatherapy section at fucking.
This is probably the lamest fucking podcast you've done.
Nah,
and I don't know what's going to get on air and what's going to get cut, if it's even going to get on air, but I want to say a couple things.
But the best stuff was all the shit we were just talking outside.
Yeah, off the mic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got to do a little more on mic.
Yeah, I know.
But I definitely want to say this, man. I fucking love you. Without rubbing helmets.
Yeah,
love you.
I get it.
You always been a good guy to me. We go back to like 88, 89, somewhere in there.
Bullshit, yeah.
Man, everybody out there listening, I know anybody in my age group or kind of in it knows who they are, but to all the younger kids, stop whoring yourself out for something that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it is. It's all getting whored out. It's all prostituted. Do yourself a favor. It's okay to not like something. It's okay to not fit in.
Yeah.
Like, it's more important that you figure out who the fuck you are. If you're a nerd that likes, building shit, cool. If not, you're a nerd that likes something else, whatever. But I mean this, like, talking to you, and we just brought up a bunch of weird shit. Like, I don't know the right way to say it. Just cut it out, man. We're all fucking...
Yeah, stop the dumb shit.
We've become monsters to this fucking machine. Like, so you're cool. You can do karate moves in a pit where you don't get beat up. Good, you pussies.
Yeah.
And I'm an asshole that got beat up because I was a pussy that couldn't fight, so why don't we all stop?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, man. I'm going to have to drive home now.
Yeah, both of us.
Oh, fuck.
I got to break this fucking equipment. Actually, you know what? Well, that's a good note.
Well, bar's open. I'll help you break it down. We'll go have one.
Fuck yeah, man. But let's, I I'm gonna end this.
Rest in peace, Shabo. For anybody that has anything bad to say about him, you're probably right. But as crazy as he was brother to me. He was my family, and he was somebody that would never, ever, ever let me down. So hold the people tight that you feel that way about, because you know what? I'll take the heat for saying that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the thing is,
big stupid Winfred Brimley looking motherfucker that you were with your big squirrel balls. Did you ever see the fucking flying squirrel?
No, I didn't.
That was the trick. He could balance a fucking fifth of whiskey on his nuts. Fucking asshole. I'd be like, hey, look at my dick. I can wrap it around my wrist. And his balls were like a tent. It didn't matter.
There you go. All right. On that note, we'll fucking talk to you soon.